Well, hey, everybody, welcome back to the Mustang football broadcast. The interwebs decided to crash on us. So here we are. We are back in action. Glad you're with us tonight. Grove has come to town, and it's actually the National Guard game of the week, which means our guys are wearing a really cool jersey tonight, but that also means some of our guys will be in different numbers.
Absolutely.
And we're going to talk more about that in just a second. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to visit with Sports Channel 8 TJ Eckert and talk to him about some of the big games that are going on around the Tulsa area around tonight. It's Friday night football. Beautiful night. So we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back with more right after this.
Let Advanced Homes build your next dream home. At Advanced Homes, we embrace your individual style and work hard to design a home that's perfect for you and your family. Our team has an expert ability to take your individual ideas and build the blueprints that will become your dream home, built just for you. We don't just build houses, we help you build the home you've always dreamed of. From the simple to the lavish, we've done it all, and we can help you every step of the way. Visit our website, advancedhbi.com, or call us today, 918-855-6597. Advanced Homes, building your dreams.
Welcome back to the Advanced Homes Tailgate Show. One of my favorite segments of the week. Get to talk to our friend from News Channel 8, Sports Director TJ Eckert. TJ, everybody's playing tonight. The weather is beautiful. Does it get any better than nights like tonight?
Brent, this is about the awesome, and it's a big one, too. District play starts. It starts to mean something.
Absolutely. So quickly, I just want to get to it. A team we saw last week, and honestly, pretty impressive team. They're now number 7 in the state. And Podo is coming to town. It's Podo at Hilldale. Podo's number 3, Hilldale's number 7. That should be a great matchup tonight. It's
an interesting one in 4A. We're so used to just, crowning Wagner the state champ before the season even starts. And not that Wagner's down, but it doesn't look like it's the normal Wagner team. So we're kind of looking for some guys to step in and fill that void. And, these are two teams, Hilldale and Podo, that have a chance to do that. Podo's had some really good teams in recent years and pushed Wagner a couple times. And then Hilldale, as you just mentioned, looked really solid to start the season, too. So two teams to keep an eye on in 4A.
A team I kind of have some connection with. I have Sand Springs connections, and it's kind of fun to watch what's going on because Sand Springs has kind of been through a little bit up and down, but they this season definitely are a team on the rise. Right now, they're ranked number 5 in 6A2. They've got a stud quarterback named Ty Pennington. He's catching eyes everywhere. Bobby Klink has that team on the rise. Ponca's coming to town. I think Sand Springs should take care of business tonight. It's homecoming for them, but, I think it's fun to watch Sand Springs.
Yeah, Bobby Klink is one of my favorites. He's such a good guy. If you follow him on social media, he takes really good care of his yard, so that's a fun follow. He uses a real mower. Everything's cut really short. He takes a lot of pride in that. He takes a lot of pride in Sandites, too. He's really turned that program around. They've been a pretty solid program for a few years, but he's kind of got that mentality shift going there. He was at Owasso for a while and got some good stuff from Bill Blankenship, and so I think Sand Springs is one of the contenders in 6A2. I still think Vixie's the cream of the crop. I think Sand Springs is right there. Bobby Klink, a defensive guy, and as you mentioned, he's got a quarterback now too. So yeah, Sandites are a real threat in 6A2.
If you could get in your car and go watch a game, obviously not in the Tulsa area tonight, but I just think a fun game to watch, Booker T at Choctaw. That's going to be a great game.
Another one in 6A2 that'll be good. We saw Bixby Stillwater last week, and Bixby beat the brakes off the Pioneers, which was maybe a little surprising on the final scoreboard. But, yeah, Choctaw and Booker T are probably those other two teams that you're looking at that would maybe be in the semifinals alongside Bixby and Stillwater. Choctaw was a little disrespected. They were ranked number 3 before last week when Stillwater was number 2, and now they've climbed up there. Booker T's impressive. Athletes all over the place. We'll see what Gentry Williams, Micah Tees, those guys can do. And then Choctaw, obviously, Steele Walsall, one of the top quarterbacks in the state. So that'll be a fun one. And then Bixby goes to Choctaw in a few weeks as well. That'll be a really big-time matchup, too.
Well, let's wrap it up with the Channel 8 Game of the Week. Big one in the Tulsa area tonight.
Yeah, Union Owasso back at Tuttle Stadium. Union's played seemingly every game at Tuttle this year. Hardly got to play any last season, but a big one. Bill Blankenship now at Owasso, spent a lot of time at Union. Kirk Frederick been there forever. Owasso appears to be the favorite in 6A1. Union started the season looking like a pretty good contender. Struggled a bit against Jinx, got shut out. Brent, actually interesting, Union's been shut out the past 2 backyard bowls against Jinx, which is kind of bizarre. But now they are hosting Owasso. Should be a good one. I think Owasso does end up winning that game. But these are two of the best teams in 6A1, so it's always fun when two of the best teams, especially in our area, get together.
If you are a golf enthusiast, I've got a great podcast for you. TJ Eckert, he's a golfer himself. Tell us a little bit about your podcast.
Yeah, the Plugged Lie. It's pretty active right now, actually. The Ryder Cup's going on. If you're a golf fan, you know all about that. If not, it's the United States versus Europe, and it's a big deal. One of the biggest events in the sport, and they're at Whistling Straits in Wisconsin. Beautiful golf course, United States and Europe. This is day one. They play all weekend as well. Plugged Lie on Twitter and Instagram. If you want to follow us on there, we're keeping you guys up to date.
So big USA fan, obviously, but Victor Hovland is a Cowboy. And so it's kind of one of those, you kind of keep one eye, and, if Victor does okay, it's okay with me. You know what I'm saying?
You can't root for the Europeans, but you can certainly cheer when Victor Hovland does something good.
He's such a fun guy, too, just always smiling. He's fun to follow, fun to watch. So.
No doubt.
He is always on time and on point. He is my man, TJ Eckert. TJ, thank you so much for your time.
You bet, Brent. Thank you.
We'll be back with more of the Advanced Home Tailgate Show right after this. Sound of the Stallion Battalion, and our national anthem tonight is the National Guard Game of the Week. And so, hello everybody, Brent Kellogg, joined by Kevin Hogue, Blake Saul. Blake, actually, we have a special guest with us tonight. Their Raising Cane's tent is set up down there, and I think you're standing there with General Manager Jeff. Blake, are you down there?
Yes, sir. I am down here with Jeff. And Jeff, how are you guys doing tonight?
Hey, we're doing great. It's a nice evening to be out here for some Friday night football, huh?
It is great. It's cooled down nice. And Jeff, we hear that you guys are in the community a lot, and you guys do stuff across the state all the time for communities. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, we like to get out in the communities and sponsor the high schools, sports programs. We like to sponsor the bands. We want to get out here, and we sponsor the student sections out here in Oologah, and we do two most spirited students who get box combos. Tonight we're doing a field goal kick between the third and the fourth quarter. Hopefully the student kicks a field goal and they'll win free chicken for a year. Just different things that we can do to give back to the communities because you guys treat us so well.
That's awesome. Thank you guys so much for being out here. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Man, great to have Raising Cane's Chicken with us tonight. Actually, coming up third quarter, we will do our Raising Cane's Volunteer of the Week. And that's just an opportunity to express some thank you to the folks in the Oologah area, and the Oologah School District, really, that do a lot of work to make things happen. So, guys, beautiful night for football. Let's talk a little bit about how the Mustangs come in tonight. Was talking, actually, with TJ Eckert today. Except for Claremore, every team we have faced so far, including tonight, have been ranked coming into tonight's game. So, Collinsville was number one. They're going to be number one. I think they're just dominating Class 5A last week. Hilldale, they're a good team. I think Hilldale's going to do some stuff. We'll talk about their game tonight because that's a big one down south. And so the Mustangs come in tonight. We've won some games. We've been in some games. I think the game at Claremore was big for us mentally to kind of flip the switch.
Hopefully, yeah. And you mentioned being ranked. I think they're all undefeated.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, really tough to begin the year. This, like you said, first game that really matters. And they're a lot like us. They got kids that play both ways. They got some great athletes, too. Yeah. So we're going to have to be really sound and tackle well, but excited to see to kind of get that bad taste out of our mouth from last week.
Grove's got a couple of guys.
Yes.
They've got a couple of guys. Their running back is really, really good, and so you're going to want to make sure you contain him. Like they're going to make you pick your poison.
Absolutely, and they got a good quarterback, too. So if you kind of crowd the line of scrimmage for number 34, Emmanuel Crawford, their quarterback can make some plays. So they got some guys. We saw that last year. We played them really tough on a Monday night, if you remember. It was a little wonky because of COVID. We ended up losing late, I believe 30-24. Just kind of they made more plays than we did. So
absolutely. So we've knowing that coming in tonight, we've changed some things defensively. You've talked with Coach Rowe. You've talked this week with Coach Wagner. Talk just a little bit about some of that defensive structural change.
Yeah, you're going to see, I think if you watched the game last week, you saw what it was. And so to think that we were going to come in this week and be exactly the same,
right,
I think would be a little naive. So some changes with some players in and out. And obviously everyone's going to play a lot. We're not super deep. And maybe some changes with alignment. They mentioned some things. We're going to have to kind of see what they pick and what happens. And we may be, in the past, you've seen us three-fronted up front. I think you're going to see some changes and some guys rotate in and out. And hopefully.
And you may see more linemen, too. I really do think we're going to try to contain that box.
Yeah.
Force Grove to throw it, which they can. Their quarterback's good, but I think they're really going to put a lot of guys in that box.
Absolutely. And, big week for us, being a district game. We get our two of our probably best tacklers back, and Nate Morrow and Aiden Trimble. They're also our two best running backs. So,
right.
And they do, and a kicker, and our best kicker. So they do a lot to get those back. Is huge shot in the arm, and hopefully it's enough.
You'll see some shuffling too, moving some guys from inside to outside just a little bit. Talk about the offensive line: Langben, Colin Schrader, left side, Gabe Grazer. All these moving parts too. Kind of depends on the need. Gabe Grazer, he's the big center. He's not the quarterback, but he quarterbacks that offensive line.
Yes,
he's really kind of a team leader at multiple fronts, but especially in that unit. You'll see Jackson Gill, sophomore, play. Riley Robinson, a senior. You'll see Jackson Llewellyn play a little bit. Joe Griswold, 263 yards passing, 5 touchdowns on the season. Last week, they kind of had his number. They really focused last week on not letting A.J. Streeter beat you. We'll talk about A.J. in just a second. He only had 73 yards passing, but he did throw for a touchdown. Streeter, 277 yards on the season with 5 touchdowns. Last week, 1 catch, 33 yards. I mean, there were times he was fighting through 3 guys just for position.
They were not going to let A.J. beat us deep. They did a good job of that and had a good game plan for that.
Somebody else has to step up when that happens, which has been Ashton Wright. He's done a really good job. 3 catches, 37 yards. Trimble, have him back tonight. Nate Morrow, 158 yards on the season with 30 carries. So it's kind of good to have a healthy backfield again this year.
Yeah,
this week.
Hopefully have a nice 1-2 punch like we got to see a little bit. And both are very capable. You saw against Collinsville, number 1 team in 5A. I think they each had 3 or more runs of 10 yards or more. So both are very capable.
If you're a grandma that lives in Florida or Alabama or Tennessee and you're watching and your grandson typically has a number, there's a chance he doesn't have that number tonight because we use the jerseys that the National Guard provide to us, and some of our guys may be a digit or so off. So some of our numbers will be a little bit different. Some of them will actually be the same. So it's National Guard Game of the Week.
It's exciting. It's a big game.
5 minutes away from kickoff. We're going to take a quick timeout. We'll be back with more of the Advanced Home Tailgate Show right after this.
Hey guys, it's me, Isabella Gomez, filling in for Smokey Bear because he's got more to say than just
only you can prevent wildfires.
Like, if you're outside enjoying a barbecue, don't let a hamburger distract you from fire safety. Make sure you aren't dumping your hot coals or ashes onto the ground because that could start a wildfire. So take wildfire prevention seriously and let's save the world one day at a time. Juntos con Smokey Bear, podemos hacerlo. Go to smokeybear.com to learn more about wildfire prevention.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
When it comes to parenting, there are no perfect answers. But that's okay, because you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Teens in foster care will love you just the same.
For more information on adoption, visit adoptuskids.org. A message from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
Raising Cane's box combo, please.
Good call.
You think?
You bet. Cane's chicken fingers are always fresh, never ever frozen.
Really?
Marinated for 24 hours, hand battered and breaded, and cooked to order.
Man, that does sound good. You must really love Cane's.
Doesn't everyone? Raising Cane's chicken fingers.
Welcome back to Mustang Stadium. The Mustangs and the Grove Ridge Runners. Grove walking in tonight with a little bit of swag.
Absolutely.
They are 3-0. They're also ranked number 8 coming into this point this season. This is a Class 4A3 district game for us. You will notice, if you can see on the field, our captains are getting ready to take the field. The Mustangs are getting ready to march through the tunnel. But we have some honorary captains tonight. They're National Guardsmen. It's the National Guards Game of the Week. And so quite an honor. Those uniforms, brand new, by the way, this year, look sharp.
Yep.
And the Mustangs, when wearing the National Guard uniforms, only lost 1 game. up until a couple of years ago, they were completely undefeated when they wore those uniforms. And so,
yeah, as Blake talked about it earlier, it means a lot to the kids. They get excited about it. It's fun, and they're brand new. And we have a great relationship with the National Guard. They're in our building a lot, and they do a lot for our kids. They sub. They just do a lot, and they're good people.
So, captains for the Mustangs, you got Gabe Grazier, Aiden Trimble, and then you have Caden Smith out there representing for Oologah. You can see the coin toss taking place, and there's the flip.
You'll notice Gabe's out of his customary 52 and into 76.
Yep, it's one of those situations
with the jerseys
where the jersey didn't fit. So, Grove won the toss. They have deferred to the second half, and now they're deciding which way they want the ball to go. So, gentlemen, what do the Mustangs need to do tonight in order to win? What does Oologah need to do to find success?
I think we got to get off to a hot start. Coach Wagner talked about it a little bit in his interview with me. We've started slow in each of the 3 games. I think we need to get off to a good start, be in the game, and just go make plays after that. Just settle down.
Blake, your thoughts. What do the Mustangs need to do in order to find success?
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Can you hear
All
me
right.
now?
So they got to contain number 34 and make Grove beat him in the air. That's going to be the biggest thing. Just contain 34. Don't let his legs beat you. He's fast, but you contain him inside, hit him in the mouth early. He's not going to be that fast come in the fourth quarter.
You know, Joe Griswold was really impressive in that second half at Claremore. Joe to AJ needs to be a thing tonight.
Yeah.
It just really did. Last week, Hilldale just almost forced us to run it. They contained AJ, 1 catch, 33 yards. And so AJ, Joe Griswold need to find a way to connect tonight. And if you can open up your passing game, if you can get them to where they have to be honest, then you can find some success running the ball as well. So, but I think the defense has got to stop giving up big plays. This is another thing that Coach talked about in his interview. We've got to stop giving up some of those big plays. But I think the Mustangs have a chance tonight. It's district for a reason. These schools are all kind of evenly paired. Everybody looks at 4A and just kind of assumes it's going to be Wagner. Well, it didn't happen.
Sure.
Last year. And so Grove's kind of licking their chops. They're excited. They're coming into tonight ranked, and the Mustangs have had a win to put under their belt, and I think we're playing on our home field. It's a beautiful night for football. Let's play some football.
Yeah, it's a good chance to get off to 1-0 start in district play. In the last several years, if you look at the winner of this game, it's kind of determined some positioning for the playoffs. So I know that's what they're thinking. I know that's what Coach Wagner and the Mustangs are thinking. Here they come.
Here they come. The Mustangs right on the field. They're not normally in that uniform. It's a uniform that represents the National Guard, and they look sharp. We're in that Vegas gold, but also have the kind of Army colors on for the jerseys. Some of the guys will carry different numbers tonight, and some of them won't. So
yeah, we'll kind of touch on that as they come up. I think there's 6 or 8 kids maybe with different numbers, and good to see the youth league football run out behind the Mustangs.
That's a thing, right?
Yeah,
that's a
long
big
blue
deal.
line for sure.
If you are a youngster getting to walk out with the Mustang varsity players, that is awesome. You also see Blake Oliphant coming in, walking through, and got his neck brace on, but still got the jersey on, which is kind of cool for him.
Yeah, he was excited, and I touched on Devin Turner, another one of our seniors that had a bad car accident. Got to go visit her at home if she's watching. Hi, Devin. She was smiling and doing amazingly well, so just super thankful.
You have been watching the Advanced Homes Tailgate Show. Man, I certainly appreciate Advanced Homes and their support of Mustang Athletics and their contribution to help make this broadcast. You hear the Stallion Battalion coming down in front of us. They're going to go get their position, get ready. And the Mustangs are set and ready to receive the kick. Grove will be kicking it away. I'm ready for some Mustang football. The lights are on. The weather's perfect. It's Friday night football. The Ridge Runners have come to town, and the Mustangs are ready for action.
And I'm glad we're getting the ball. Coach talked about 2 critical third downs in the last 2 games on opening drives that we didn't convert. So we're getting a chance to make that happen right now.
Nicholas Alsop will kick it away for Grove.
Braxton Miller.
We've already got a flag to get things started coming off the sideline.
Excuse me, Braxton Moore on the return.
Ball spotted at the 15-yard line. We're waiting for the official call from the umpires. We're going to talk about it. That's not how you want to start the night.
We're backing up, so. Definitely not the way you want to start. You're going to be inside your own 10. But the goal remains the same. Get a first down.
Get a first down. Run your game. You know, Coach talked about twice. We have started 2 games. Get third down and short.
Nice.
Across the middle.
We came out 4 wide there. trips to the high side and hit a little quick slant. That's a pretty easy catch and throw to make.
Ashton Wright with the catch.
Yeah, get Joseph off to a good start, get a good completion.
First down and 10, because we've started 2 games not getting a first down, and so I know Coach Wagner wanted to start hot.
And another mistake. Too many men on the field.
Wagner's not happy about that one. He's like,
No.
What are you doing? I don't really have a good Coach Wagner voice, and if I did, it'd have to be a little bit raspy.
Have to be raspy. Yeah. But he never loses it. It's always the same.
Mustangs are first down and 15. Joe Griswold just got to keep it. He's got some room.
Closed down pretty quick.
Grove closed in. They do have a little bit of speed, which you'll see tonight. So maybe a pickup of a yard.
That's a read option. He's got an opportunity to hand it to Aiden Trimble, and it's kind of reading that outside linebacker, that defensive end. If he's crashing on Aiden, he keeps it. That's what he saw. He kind of fumbled the ball there. I think it messed with his footwork a little bit.
Right. 11 minutes, 13 seconds on the clock. Mustangs have a man in motion. Going to hand it off up the left side, a little bit there, but not a lot. That Grove defense will close.
Going to be tough.
No gain on the play, and this is exactly the situation that they're in. They wanted to drive the ball. They wanted to move that ball that first possession. So it's 3rd down and 12. Back on the 16-yard line, Mustangs will change some personnel. Patrick Miller is going to come in for Oologah.
Yeah, Patrick Miller. Connor Lynham out. Connor Lynham 47. Another one of those making a jersey switch. We're going to go trips up top again. Had some success the very first play.
Going to send a man in motion. Joe with a little bit of time. Screen play. Not there.
Pass was high, but it wasn't going to matter. We didn't get that blocked up good. And Grove did a good job rallying to the ball, so we're going to have to bring out the punt team.
That'll bring up 4th down and 12. Mistakes got you because you were moving the ball, set you behind the chains.
Yeah, we had 2 penalties on the first, before we got our 3rd snap.
Yeah.
Actually, before we got our 2nd snap, so not what you're looking for.
Mustangs actually had the day off today. It was a virtual day.
Yes, sir.
I don't know if the coaches like that because their guys get a little bit of a rest, or
I
does
can promise
it
you
knock
they
you
don't.
out of their rhythm?
They don't like it. They like seeing the kids. They like feeding them breakfast. They like seeing them in the hall. Just keeping routine.
So
but
a good punt from the Mustangs.
Great punt.
Going to put it on the other side of the 50-yard line. So Grove Ridge runners will come out. They'll come out 1st and 10. You know they want to establish some pace and tempo, and they want to dictate the line of scrimmage. So Mustang defense here needs to say, not in our house.
Yep. You're going to notice we got 4 down linemen. We got Braden Langbein out at left end. That's a new change. Starting with Colin instead of bringing him in. Going to come out quick.
Screenplay to that number 4. We talked about him. One hand got on him, slowed him down a little bit. So a little bit of containment. He's going to get his yards. He's going to get his play. He didn't break for anything big.
We'll take that. That's just another. That's kind of a long handoff for them. They're going to swing it out to him, try to outflank us and get on the edge. And we did a good job. Patrick Miller did a good job of tripping him up, and then we rallied to the ball. And that's going to be big. Not trying to just rely on one person to make the tackle. Let's get all 11 guys flowing in the gold helmets to the ball.
He's going to gain 4. It'll bring up 2nd down and 6. Emmanuel Crawford is his name. And the coaching staff's been watching film on him. Make sure they're prepared. Hand off up the right side to Crawford. And look like they're going to get him behind the line of scrimmage. Loss of a couple.
Absolutely. Several. Patrick Miller had some linebackers in there. Looked like number 25, Ty Cherry. That's a change. He's coming in and starting tonight. Sophomore, doing a good job.
They did put some new faces on defense that you would see some guys, see them sooner, see them more often too.
Defensive line looked like they were kind of controlling the line of scrimmage. If you rewatch that play, you're going to see gold helmets on the offensive side of the ball there. That's what you're looking for.
Says 3rd down and 9. They've got 4 receivers. 2 of them are on the line of scrimmage and 2 back in the slot. Quarterback with a little bit of time. I got a hand on him, but he's going to break free for the 1st down.
Again, have an opportunity to get him down, force a punt, and we don't quite do it. Good job by their quarterback. He's a good player, finding the open receiver, kind of in that zone.
Jace McFredge is the receiver, and he'll pick up the 1st down, move the chains for Grove.
The quarterback and Emmanuel have played since they were freshmen. They got a lot of experience. I mean, if you think about that, they've probably got close to 50 football games in their high school career that they've played together.
He was salty last year when we saw him.
Quarterback Carson Trimble is a good player. He's going to keep.
Pass complete to Matt Bush on the right side. Good rollout by that quarterback. First down and 10 for the Ridge Runners. Good gain on the play.
Good play design. They did some read option stuff, kind of kept our linebacker, keeps him closer to the line of scrimmage, doesn't allow him to get depth, and so you can kind of throw it over the top of him, and that's exactly what they did. Need to make a play, at least force a kick, but we need to get them to fourth down. And we need
don't want to get behind early. You don't want to play chase. Now you can shorten your defense a little bit. They're going to pitch it, come to the left side. He's fast, got a hand on him. But man, he can just break through lines and break through tackles. First down and 10 for the Ridge Runners.
Again, we got to rally to the ball. Patrick Miller did a good job of keeping him on his inside shoulder and forcing him up the field. Unfortunately, whoever was in that gap wasn't there, so he was able to make a good gain, and here we are, first down again.
Ball spotted at the 15-yard line. First and 10 for Grove. Seen the Mustangs and 4 down linemen on defense. A little bit of pressure.
Oh.
Boy, he's gonna wish he had that one back. Good defensive coverage, though.
Ty Cherry getting his fingertips on it, doing a good job, getting depth there for the linebacker position. And we'll take that.
Brings up second down and 10. Ball spotted at the 15-yard line. 7:03 left to play in the first quarter. Pitch to the right side. Got to contain him. He's fast.
There is a flag.
Yeah, that's going to be an illegal block, but we got to do a better job. We saw some kids crashing. He's going to cut back. Defensive end's got to stay out here. And the corner's got it. We talked about that inside shoulder.
Yeah.
He bit, and he got on his outside shoulder, and we're not going to run him down.
A couple of flags down on the field. Officials are meeting at the line of scrimmage to talk about it.
It looked to be 2 separate penalties.
Yeah, one was thrown kind of later after the first one.
You'll see that a lot of times on cutback runs because the defensive switches. They're flowing to the left, and now they're going to flow to the right, and it's just natural to grab and hold, and that's what it looks like it was.
So there is a holding on Grove. That penalty's declined. There's a holding on Grove, and they'll take that one. So 2 holding penalties.
Blake, you were a part of some distance learning and some distance learning days. How did that affect your preparation and game day for you?
It just kind of throws your whole schedule off, and we were talking about, whether or not the coaches like it. I can tell you for a fact they do not like it, just for the whole schedule aspect of it.
Second down, 25, Grove. Going to hand off up the right side. Not a lot there.
Good job by the defensive line.
Looks like he's going to gain maybe a yard.
Yeah. You saw multiple defensive linemen again on the Grove side of the ball, and if we can do that consistently, and then that allows the linebackers to run up and make plays. And we got 2 linebackers back. We got Aiden Trimble, who's transitioned to the middle linebacker spot, and we have Nate Morrow, who's transitioned to the outside linebacker spot.
If you can get that hand on him, if you can slow him down a little bit.
Yeah, that gives you a chance to get to the ball.
Gets a chance.
Big third down.
Big third down play for the Mustangs. Quarterback rolling to his right. He's got a guy
he's
wide open. They're going to say completion down at the 1-yard line. My goodness.
3rd and 18?
3rd and 18 converts to 1st and goal.
And that just looked like a broken coverage because he was wide open.
Yeah. Safety was coming over, but somebody should have been on him. Somebody should have been with him. So 1st and goal for the Ridge Runners. You had him pinned back. You let him slip out of your grasp.
This will be a handoff.
And he's going to get in the end zone.
A positive look at that is they had to earn that a little bit. We had them in a couple third downs. All we got to do is capitalize on those opportunities, and we're there. I mean, we're right there if you look at it at that aspect. And Coach Rose got the special defense dialed up. I think it's going to work. I think, we just got to wake up, and in those big third down opportunities, we got to get a stop.
When we talk about big plays in the pregame, and even Coach Wagner talked about it in his interview, that's what you're talking about. You've got a great opportunity to shut them down at 3rd down and long, and a big play guy gets behind you, and just like that, they've got 7 on the board. Going to take a quick timeout. We'll be back with more right after this Mustang football.
When you went car shopping, you meant business. You aced vehicle history searches and test drives. Now you've got your wheels. If you manage that, you can get your retirement plan on track. Visiting aceyourretirement.org can help. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
6 minutes, 11 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Mustangs trail 7-0. Good homestand crowd. Beautiful Friday night weather on the western plains of Rogers County. The Grove Ridge Runners have come to town. I'm Brent Kellogg, joined by Kevin Hogue and Blake Salt on the sideline.
It has been beautiful this week. We've had some wonderful full moons out off the lake. It's been nice.
Spent my week in Louisiana.
I saw that,
Disaster
cutting some
relief
big old
work.
trees.
Talk more about that. It was great to get to go make a difference and helped actually 2 widow ladies that had lots of trees down in their yard. So great week for us. Glad to be back for Mustang football tonight because I was hot. I worked too much.
Yeah, the pictures that I've seen down there are devastating.
Here come the Mustangs.
Got a
little
hole.
bit of a gap. If you can get through it, you can set the
Nice
tone.
cutback. Go, Ashton. Go, Ashton. No penalties. Yeah, let's go.
How about that? Ashton Wright with a touchdown return for about 98 yards.
And no yellow hankies on the field. Great job. You could see the – oh, no.
There's one way back here.
No. I spoke too soon.
But
man.
it's
against us.
Oh, they say the touchdown's good, though.
So –
it's probably a late
sideline warning. Blake, that better not have been on you.
Was that on the sideline reporter guy, dude? Was it the shirt? Was it a shirt infraction?
That's the number one way to get fired, I was told. Great job, great response, big time play, and they're going to see that on film. Obviously, he had the speed and the vision and the cutback, but a great job by the blockers on special teams.
That lane opened up. He saw it. He got through it. He gone.
And we're
Stampede
7-7.
touchdown. We got ourselves a football game. Take a quick timeout. We'll be back with more right after this.
These are the sounds of a dinner that almost didn't happen. A dinner now served thanks to people like you. Due to COVID-19, 17 million more Americans may face hunger. Feeding America is helping our neighbors in need. And if you're able, you can too. Donations are being accepted at feedingamerica.org/coronavirus. Brought to you by the Ad Council and Feeding America, 200 food banks strong.
Welcome back to Mustang Network. Ridge Runners have come to town. The Mustang special teams made a big deal and can make a huge difference.
Yes, sir.
In a ball game like this.
If you look back at statistics and you see special teams, big plays, touchdowns, they're kind of like a turnover. It's a big play, and if you can do that, that's going to help you win a lot of games.
It's a three aspect to a football game. You got your offense, your defense, but your special teams, you can let a team get back into it just like we back, baby. Kick off for the Mustangs. A little bit of a pooch kick, maybe even a...
Oh, get on it. We got on it. We got the ball. Let's go.
That was Maxim Becker.
Great job by several down there.
Max Becker come up with the football. You know, Coach Wagner, just in his language, in his voice, in his interview, he talked like they were going to play aggressive.
He said they had the best week of practice. He said, you know, that's on them. Unfortunately, you shouldn't have to have a game like we had last week to have a great week of practice. Had a great week of practice, and I promise you, he got the gold apple today at our staff meeting, which stands for Mustang Family, which is one of our character traits, and it's because he's so positive all the time. And I guarantee you they had a great week, and he had his team believing, and you can tell. And they're playing to win.
4 receivers for the Mustangs. Trimble's in the backfield. They're just going to hand it off.
Nice job. Late
flag.
flag.
Flag come in late, but he's going to pick up
From
enough
way
for the first
over.
down. Yeah.
Sideline warning on them now. The coach better watch out. He wasn't. Basically, if they have to dodge you or if they hit you, you're going to get a sideline warning. And that's just safety for them.
Yeah.
And everybody knows it, which is why you have the big white line.
Absolutely.
You just get excited. And
the officials got a job to do. They got to see the game.
Yeah, they can't be worried about the other stuff.
And if I'm moving an assistant coach or a freshman out of the way, first down and 10 for the Mustangs. 4 receivers, kind of a spread look for the Mustangs. Trimble's in the backfield.
Good job by Trimble running hard. Good by the offensive line. Give him a hole there.
Mustangs have just built confidence in their running game. They want to certainly utilize that. Hopefully we can make the JoJo to AJ a thing tonight. Here we go. JoJo just going to keep it, going to kind of lose his feet. Kind of got top heavy.
Yeah, we just lost a block out here on the wide receiver. We got to hold that block a little longer, and if we do, he's got room to run because the offensive line did a good job.
He'll pick up a couple, brings up 2nd down and 8 for the Mustangs.
Connor Lynham coming back in. More of a tight end than a wide receiver, Patrick Miller, so you're going to see us kind of running that in and out. I kind of like that big spread package, 4 wide.
2 Mustang receivers to the far side. JoJo.
No.
Going to just keep it. Nothing there, so he'll tuck it and run. Going to pick up about 5 on the play.
Blake can speak to that. You double pump across the middle. That's why you heard me say no. That's usually not a good idea. Good decision by him to bring it down.
So he'll pick up 3 on the play, brings up 3rd down and 5 with 4:36 and counting left to play in the first quarter.
I'm going to be honest. We have a good kicker. Nate's a good kicker, but this is probably 4-down territory
Absolutely.
for us right now.
Especially if we get aggressive. You have played aggressive.
If we get some positive yardage here.
You get a touchdown, you go up by 7. You're setting the pace for the game. Man in motion. Under a little bit of pressure.
He's wide
got
open.
A guy wide open into the end zone.
Nice.
Stampede touchdown.
Good job by Joseph Griswold. He got hammered and delivered a strike to Aiden. And some great play design there by the Mustang coaching staff. He's wide open. And Coach Wagner is still, I mean, he is on 10, even though we scored. Somebody didn't do something right. He's about doing things the right way, and I appreciate that.
Was that Connor Lynham?
No, that was Aiden Trimble.
Mr. Trimble, okay.
I'm going to give Coach Wagner a quick plug before we go to commercial. His leadership group did a canned food drive, and then they redid one of our rooms for the canned food drive and closed closet, and so kids are able to go in there and eat, and it's awesome. And he did it with his leadership kids. Great job.
Love the leadership program at Oologah, just giving kids those opportunities to give back and serve and lead. And there's expectations on those kids. Hey, if there's a new face at Oologah, go make yourself known.
Go find them. No
Absolutely.
one eats by themselves, all
Right.
those sorts of things. You know, I moved around. I've been the new kid, and no one likes that. So they do a good job. We have 2 leadership groups. Mrs. Conley does a great job with her leadership group. We've doubled it up to just make more, grow more leaders and be a bigger presence, and they do a great job.
Some cool stuff going on at the upper elementary this week. They're actually having a book fair Monday through Friday. They're also doing a coin drive, kind of raise some funds, support their library over there. And they're celebrating all of the September birthdays and staff and everything that's happening on Thursday. So some fun stuff going on at the upper elementary this week.
It was fun.
Mustangs are set, ready to kick it away. Jackson Burchett's been doing the duties.
They got a new we're calling for it there, yeah. You're going to see that a lot. That was probably the mistake, the first one. He didn't call for the fair catch and didn't handle it very well.
So Grove will take over, 1st down and 10. They're going to spot the ball 31-yard line.
You're going to see us come back out. A lot of our offensive linemen now on defensive line. All of them but one. Looks like we got senior Brody Sappington maybe giving Gabe Grazier a little bit of a breather.
Four down linemen for the Mustangs. A man in motion for Grove. He's fast to the right side. Couple of guys closing in on him. You got to bring him down.
Good tackle by Aiden Trimble, or he was gone. You want to make him cut, or you want to get an arm on him before he gets up to speed.
Absolutely.
Or it becomes even more trouble.
Your best case scenario is at least touch him in the backfield.
Yes.
You slow him down just a little bit so a linebacker or somebody else can close in.
Touch
and help
him,
just a
make
little
him
bit.
cut back, change the direction, slows him down a little
The
bit.
tight end will move. Man in motion.
Jet sweep.
It's like a gain. About 7 on the play.
Yeah, good gain. See a lot of teams do the jet sweep. It allows you to get an athlete basically up to full speed. You can't be moving towards the line of scrimmage, but you can be moving parallel to it. So basically everyone else is standing still, and he's running as fast as he can. And you're just trying to get him out wide, out in space.
2nd down and 3 with 3:26 left to play in the first quarter. Quarterback back to pass, man wide open on the right side. Is that Joe Griswold in coverage over there?
Yep. Good tackle, open field, but it's going to give him a first down.
Joel scoot him out of bounds, but they will get the first down and move the chains.
They saw something pre-snap there. He had a lot of cushion, and he predetermined who he was going to, and rightly so.
Stallion Battalion tomorrow is hosting their Invitational.
Yep, 25 bands, he said.
From, I haven't seen the roster, but a
All
lot of times
over.
there's some coming from different states. We've had Missouri, Kansas bands come to compete. It's a fun day, fun night tomorrow night, too. We'll talk about that after this play. Handoff up the middle.
Good job there.
Looks like a gain of 1, 2nd down and 9. So the way this works is the bands come and compete starting 9 o'clock in the morning, and they compete all day long. They're competing for a position in finals. 5 o'clock-ish, we take a break. Bands eat dinner, judges eat dinner, then they come back for the finals. So the top bands of the day, not everybody comes back.
Nope.
I think the
top 10, 12 will get to come back and compete again for a chance to some really, really cool hardware. Trophies bigger than me, so it's a fun night. I always make sure and catch finals, catch the awards, catch our band will go about 9, give or take. That's the plan for the Stallion Battalion, so definitely come out and catch that. It's a blast to be a part of.
3rd down and 2 for the Mustang defense.
Yeah, and just
Big
like we
3rd down.
talked, they're going to go for this. This is 4-down territory, so we need a big play here.
Big 3rd down.
Maybe get a negative play.
You want to get off the field.
Get one of those defensive linemen knifing in, making a play.
Lots of guys in the box for the Mustangs. They're going to hand it off up the middle.
They're going to get it.
Yeah. Good gain from number 34, their running back. He's fast. He's slippery.
Yeah, he's a good player. He's perhaps the best running back in our district.
Yeah.
Got good vision, quick, fast, everything you'd want in a running back. He's a big-time player, and he's just a junior. So.
And we changed our game plan accordingly.
Yeah,
I mean, we
absolutely.
put another guy on the D-line. We brought some linebackers in. I mean, there's just a lot of guys in the box.
Looks like we're going to get a hold there, hopefully, because that's a big gain.
It was thrown at that area. Can't.
Yeah, they're motioning.
pretend
You'll see
to
the
know,
white hat
but-
a lot of times. They're going to give the coaches the number of the person who committed the infraction, just so they know. They're not going to announce that, obviously, at high school level, but
Is holding on Grove. It'll back him up 10 yards from the spot of the foul, and the referee tries to throw that flag to where they think this foul took place.
correct. And if you're going to be a good football team and you're going to go do some things in district play, you get a holding penalty on 1st down and create a long, almost 1st and 18. You have to get off the field at 3 plays. I mean, this is probably 4-down territory, but you cannot allow points here, or at least got to force a field goal attempt.
That was pretty costly. The penalty took place right at the line of scrimmage, so you're 10 yards back. So now you're 1st down at 20, ball spotted down at the 29-yard line.
Yeah, you're exactly correct, Brent. That's 10 yards from the spot, and that's about as big of infraction as you can get.
Man on motion, quarterback
Oh, they
looking
snuck
back.
their
He's
running
under some
back.
pressure.
Gonna
He's
throw
just
it
gonna
away.
Throw it away. He's out of the tackle box.
And
So, oh.
I'm not sure what. I don't know that he. I don't know. I don't know what we're gonna do there. They're gonna say he didn't get that past the line of scrimmage.
I think it's he didn't have a receiver in the area.
Yeah, that's a thing.
He was outside the tackle box, threw it past the line of scrimmage, but if you don't have a receiver in the area, you can't just chuck that one out of bounds.
And one of those new faces, Braden Langbean, got pressure, and if he didn't, they snuck their running back, number 34, up the center, up the hash marks. He was open.
Yeah.
He was open.
And he's not a guy you want catching the ball.
No, I mean, if we don't get pressure on their quarterback, that's a touchdown. They're playing the fight song right now. So great job by Braden.
1st down and 31. So good job by the defense, just kind of creating some tension out there. Grove's kind of stubbed their toe just a little bit, moved the ball back.
You can kind of feel that down here. If you look across there at the sideline too, Grove's standing there with a little bit of wind out of their sails, and we're standing here with our heads held high. It's just a different
They're all
atmosphere.
flat-footed, all arms straight down. We need to make another play. We got to keep this going.
Nothing
Just
big.
Let them know that's
Don't
how it's
give
going to
up
be.
big plays.
Good job.
Brought him down behind the line of scrimmage. Loss of 3.
Great job by Ty Cherry, being disciplined, staying where he's supposed to be. and breaking down and making a tackle. Another negative play. We're third, and I can't even count that high.
Country mile.
A lot. I don't have that many fingers or toes, which is a good thing for the Mustang faithful.
Everybody's playing football tonight.
Yes, sir.
Last week, some guys used that week 0.
We're going to call timeout. We'll take that.
So some guys use that week 0 to get a week off before you hit district play, but everybody's playing tonight. So some big games in the Tulsa area. We'll talk about those. Some other stuff coming up. Mustang football. We'll be back with more right after this.
Let Advanced Homes build your next dream home. At Advanced Homes, we embrace your individual style and work hard to design a home that's perfect for you and your family. Our team has an expert ability to take your individual ideas and build the blueprints that will become your dream home, built just for you. We don't just build houses, we help you build the home you've always dreamed of. From the simple to the lavish, we've done it all, and we can help you every step of the way. Visit our website, advancedhbi.com, or call us today, 918-855-6597. Advanced Homes, building your dreams.
These are the sounds of a dinner. A dinner that almost...
After a timeout, Grove is second down and 34 after a couple of penalties and a sack. Quarterback going to draw it.
Oh, no. Make a tackle.
Number 24 for the Mustangs, Nate Morrow, saved a touchdown.
Yeah, and they had it wrong on the scoreboard. That was second down, so this is going to bring up third down. That's a big gain, 23.
It should be fourth down. You lose a down on intentional ground.
Yeah,
you do not,
so
right?
Across the field shows fourth down. There's 13 seconds on the play or on the game clock. I bet they're going to wind this down.
Yes,
and use that as a timeout.
And I want to go with the on the field because he's right by the official.
Yeah. So it is fourth down and 10. Grove's going to talk about it. We're going to do the same thing. Be back with more right after this.
At All Smiles Dental and Dentures, we offer a friendly, down-to-earth atmosphere, new techniques and technologies, expert doctors, and an experienced, caring dental team. We are proud to provide great dental care for your entire family. Your smile is often the first thing people notice and the one thing they remember. We'd love to work with you to help you keep your teeth and smile for a lifetime. We offer complete dental care for the whole family, from preventative dental care, cosmetic and restorative dentistry, pediatric dental care, dentures and partials, sports mouth guards for your athletes, and more. Please call today to speak with any member of our team regarding questions you may have or to make an appointment with our gentle and elite doctors. You can also request an appointment online at allsmilesdentalanddentures.com. Dr. Garrison, Dr. Allen, and our entire elite team look forward to providing you with the excellent care that you need and deserve. Give us a call today at 443-9900 for your next dental appointment. All Smiles Dental and Dentures, conveniently located just off of Highway 169 in Oologah.
Good start in the second quarter. The Mustangs have got Grove fourth down and 10, balls on the 19-yard line. The Mustang defense needs a stop, turn them around.
Oh, they're going
to kick the field goal.
They got a good kicker. I noticed on their action point earlier. He's got a big leg, but be wary.
Ball down, kick on the way. It's up.
That's good.
And it's good. So Grove will take a 3-point lead.
That's a win, though, and Big Brody Sappington got through there. If he could have got his hands up, I think he could have blocked that.
Correction. Mustangs lead 14-10.
You're right, though, Mr. Hogue. That's a huge win for us. It's bend, don't break. You know, we give up some yardage, but at the end of the day, it's 14-10. We're going to get the ball back.
I think everybody knew coming in tonight, this is going to be a little bit of a shootout. Grove's going to get their points.
Yeah.
They're going to score some points. Can you offensively move the ball? Can you run the ball, pass complete? Can you be the total package? So we know we're in a shootout tonight. Can you play 4 quarters?
Absolutely. They're going to have to make some plays. That's a good team. Like I said, they're ranked on top, 7 or 8? Doing a little camera work. They're ranked the top 7 or 8, and they're going to have to make some plays, and Coach Wagner spoke of that. Be anxious to see if they kick away from Ashton here. Ashton's in the middle. He's the one that took it back for 7. Or maybe they'll do one of those kind of corner coffin kicks. that we've been doing. Going to do the high kick. We're going to come up and take it at the 20. Good job by Ty Stevens taking that and just going hard. Make one cut and get up the field. That's what most special teams coaches preach. Make one cut and get up the field. So we're going to have it at the 37. Much better than our first offensive drive inside our own 10.
Mustang offense pretty confident. They feel like this round they ought to be able to move the ball. They did it pretty effectively in the second drive of the night. Using that big set with tight end.
Little wildcat package.
But that's right. Trimble's just going to carry it. He's going to get enough for the Mustang first down and 10.
Nice little 11, 12-yard play. And we didn't get to say this much last week because he wasn't playing, but I don't know that I've ever seen Aiden not fall forward. He runs hard, runs with a low center of gravity, and he's always fighting for extra yards. Stay in that wildcat package.
They're sending Joe Griswold out. He's on the far side. Send a man in motion. Trimble just going to keep it again.
Met at the line of scrimmage, but falls forward for a couple, 2, 3.
Looks like he's going to gain about 3 on the play.
Again, the wildcat package gives you an extra runner in the backfield instead of the quarterback who's only responsible to hand it off. Your quarterback essentially is running it, so it gives you an extra blocker. It's kind of the thinking. Just gives them something to prepare for. Gives us a little different look.
Brings up second down and 7 for the Mustangs with 10:57. We apologize on the technical difficulty. Our scoreboard camera went wonky on us. So we're trying to get Plan B up in action. Mustangs lead 14-10. High snap, brought down. Trimble.
Nice job.
Got one guy free. He's off to the 20. Yeah, knock him out of bounds about the 20-yard line.
Great job. And we've missed that really the last 2 weeks. He gets hurt early in the second quarter. We didn't have the ball much in the first quarter at Claremore, so we haven't seen that in a couple of weeks. Good to see him back and healthy. And he's just a fun kid, always smiling, always positive, and he's a leader on the football team.
When you got all of your weapons to your disposal, it certainly changes what you can do.
Yeah, your play sheet's just bigger. You got more options. Makes them prepare for more. Makes them have to, like right now, spreading Joseph out again. And he played wide receiver last year. He's a capable athlete, and so's Aiden. So
wildcat. Trimble going to kind of lose his feet, stumble forward.
Good job by Braden Casey. Playing a little D-back, but playing up against the line of scrimmage, kind of getting Aiden's feet out from under him.
So pick up of 2 on the play, brings up second down and 8 for the Mustangs with 9:55 left to play until half. Mustangs lead 14-10. Joe Griswold will in the shotgun.
We can make another play here in the passing game maybe. We're going 3 wide, got some height advantages.
Joe looking for his guy across the middle. Anybody there? Colin Schrader let a guy get away from him, so the Mustangs will lose some yardage.
Yeah, and that's really what it's been when we've struggled. It hasn't been the whole offensive line. It's just been one guy just getting beat, you know. And then you have a big negative play. And we were in the red zone. Now we're 3rd and 12 from the 22. So that's a big negative play.
So they're going to, lose 6 on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 12.
Looks like they're going to bring a blitz. We're going to look and kind of check with me. We're going to call timeout.
That's a good place. You want to get this right.
Yeah, absolutely.
You don't want to go backwards. You want to get this right.
You want to have a good positive play, and you're probably looking at potentially 4-down territory if you do get something going, or at least get in better field goal position.
Take a timeout. Be back with more right after this.
And Mama, how you feeling?
Great, and I'm ready for you today.
I'm checking in on you. Morning meditation?
Check.
Dressed and ready to work out?
Check.
Check your blood pressure yet?
And check.
Boom! Great job, Mom. And about those gold earrings?
No, ma'am.
Now more than ever, it's important that we protect our hearts and the hearts of those we love. Monitor your blood pressure daily and help each other stay motivated. Rally your squad to take the online pledge at releasethepressure.org. Brought to you.
Men, time to be an all-star caregiver. Drive them to physical therapy, doctor's appointments, be there emotionally and physically.
Don't give up. Don't ever give up.
Caregiving is tougher than tough. Find care guides at aarp.org/caregiving. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
When it comes to parenting, there are no perfect answers. But that's okay, because you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Teens in foster care will love you just the same.
For more information on adoption, visit adoptuskids.org. A message from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
3rd down and 12 for the Mustangs. It's a big 3rd down play. You want to convert, moves Trimble in motion. Under pressure.
Oh, picked off. Pressure right up the middle and off the hands of Caden Smith. You see that a lot in the middle of the field. If a ball goes off your hands, it oftentimes ends up in their hands.
There's a lot of traffic there. Braden Casey will make the interception for the Ridge Runners.
That's where that sack on 2nd down is so big. And now they get a little pep in their step.
Kind
That's
of
a big play.
Score from the area. Been kind of curious about tonight. Union Owasso, that's a big game.
Blake, when you had sudden change like that as a quarterback, did you like to take a big shot or just try to get a positive play?
I think you just get a positive play, just kind of get it rolling a little bit. You know, they've been struggling, so just get it back rolling.
Hand off to 34. You had one guy that has a chance to bring him down, and he did, but boy, what a play. Just athleticism from number 34. Emmanuel Crawford. You had a corner out here that didn't see him. Of course, the corner was taking care of his
Yeah, he has his
duties.
responsibility,
Right.
but you got to find the ball there.
Union on top of Owasso 7-0. Broken Arrow on top of Westmore. That's a big school score.
Tuttle's beating Cushing 6-0. Those are two teams got beat in the semis last year. Both picked to win or be in the state finals, and they're number 1 and number 2 in the state right now.
Kind of surprising in 6A too. Ponca City on top of Sand Springs 6-0. That's homecoming for the Sandites. Bobby Klink, their coach, doing a great job over there. Ty Pennington, man, he put on a clinic last weekend over in Arkansas.
No, Bobby. Got to know Bobby at Muskogee a little bit when I was there. He's a good guy and a good coach.
Carson Trimble on the carry for the Ridge Runners.
It's a big stop here for the defense. Can we force another? Obviously, they have a good field goal kicker. We'd sure like to see him again in a couple downs. At least force an attempt.
It's all about how you can respond off that big play as a defense.
And Grove wants to make a living on big plays. They really do. They want to catch you. Man, he's just fast.
Oh, just trying to hit and not wrap up.
You got a home run hitter like that, though. That's what you thrive on. You just thrive on that guy.
Streeter had a shot at him, but he'll get in for 6. Collinsville on top of Nathan Hale in the second quarter, 50-0.
Collinsville's really good.
Collinsville's really good. We saw that.
Really, that's a good job by the Grove offensive line. You saw early we were able to get some penetration, get some gold hats on the other side of the line of scrimmage, and that drive we were not.
Claremore and Glenpool are tied at 7s. So the Ridge Runners are on top, 17-14. Kind of a game that I find interesting. It's in the district below us, and that's Poto Hilldale. We saw Hilldale last week, and what they can do just kind of wear you down.
Yeah, that'll be interesting to see.
Poto's ranked number 3 in 4A. They're on top at Hilldale, 8-0. It's going to be following that score tonight. Coming up at halftime, we'll visit with Grant Merrill on the Oklahoma Sports Prep postgame show. We'll talk about some of these scores and what's going on across the state. It's locally heard on 97.1. You download the Squirtle app. A lot of times that's how I listen to it. We're driving home from wherever we may be. Last week it was Hilldale. $7:35 left to play until halftime. Mustangs need an answer. Like to be able to just move the ball, keep penalties, keep mistakes away from your game plan. Ridge Runners are set to kick it away. Nicholas Alsop does their kicking. Good high kick. He'll take it at the 5. Boy, they've closed their gaps. Brought down about the 18. They say he got to the 20, so forward progress. Set the Mustangs first down and 10 for the 20-yard line.
Let's look for that offensive line to kind of establish something here, and let's get back to running the ball, hopefully, and stay on track. No penalties. That's been the biggest thing. Penalties and negative plays.
Yeah, hard to move the ball when you're off track.
So 3 receivers for the Mustangs. They're going to hand it off.
Keep blocking.
Gain of about 14 on the carry.
Give him a breather.
Give him a breather. He'll come off. First down and 10 for Oologah.
Nice to have Aiden back talking off camera with Coach Wagner. Said his presence at practice definitely elevates things.
Yeah.
He's a good senior leader. And he's put in the work, so he has a lot of credibility in that locker room. No one's going to outwork him.
We've been talking his name for several years. Mustangs are back at home next Friday night. Skytook comes to town. That's now a district game. Last couple of years we played him, but it wasn't. That's kind of a bust play. Joe Griswold's going to go around to the right side, going to pick up about 7.
Lowered the boom there, Joseph.
Lowered the boom. The defender in him came out.
Good job there by making something out of nothing. Yeah, next week we got Skytook coming in for homecoming. We got a fun week. We're going to have homecoming parade. Love to see you be a part of that. We got a bunch of the community.
Thursday night.
Parade starts at 6:30. And then we'll parade into behind the softball field. We'll have a bonfire. We'll have Coach Wagner, have some of the players. Just a big, fun night for our community.
Second down and 2. Hand off.
Nate Morrow.
He'll get the first down.
Yep.
He'll gain about 3 on the carry, so new set of downs, first and 10. So will there be s'mores at this said bonfire?
I'm sure we can make that happen.
Okay.
I love a good s'more.
I'm just trying to plan my Thursday night.
If you remember a summer ago, me and Mr. Jackson spending 20 hours for the class of 2020. We made about 9 different types of s'mores that was all sent in by our listeners that night and determined which one's the best one. And the Reese's s'more, I believe my memory serves me correct.
You're speaking my love language.
Yeah, it was nice.
Reese's. Pass complete.
Oh, nice job.
Left side.
Good job there by AJ making
Streeter.
2 people miss. And you can see they're going to give him a lot of respect. He's made a lot of big plays. If he can set that route down like he did there and run that hitch or come back, he's going to be there a lot.
And they were cheating a guy over.
Oh, yeah. They had 2 guys.
Yeah. So they've got him in single coverage, but that safety's got an eye on him.
And it's nice to see us get some chunk plays and not have to be 3rd and 2, 3rd and 3.
Hand off the right side. Trimble not there. They're going to say he didn't get anything. So
good job by Ben Johnston, big senior defensive lineman from Grove. We just made a good play. That's one Joseph probably should have probably brought down and took with him.
Coming at halftime, you'll watch the Stallion Battalion performance. They are ready for competition. They're getting really, really close. They are. We won't compete tomorrow. They just mark what we call exhibition. Mm-hmm. The judges will kind of score them and say, hey, this is, had we have been judging you, this is where you would have placed, where you finished. And so their show's looking great. They finished up the second chunk of that. So we'll broadcast that in its entirety at halftime. Visit with Grant Merrill. Griswold's got some time and threw a pick.
There's a flag. We're going to hope that's pass interference. I'm going to guess it is. I hope it is.
Yeah, and Streeter's saying it's on them.
That's, again, you start double pumping late down the middle of the field, that's a bad idea.
But Streeter doesn't get a say either, so we're going to have to wait and see what the officials say.
Yeah, he's not wearing stripes. Looks like he grabbed his jersey. You talk about the Stallion Battalion. You watch them tonight. They're in their new uniforms that came in this week.
Oh, baby.
Got those with our most recent bond. Thank you to the community. A lot of money in those, and they are sharp, and they make a difference on contest season, so just looking sharp.
Pass interference on the defense, and everybody said, whew.
Yeah, big sigh of relief. That's a big-time play.
First down.
Talking about those band uniforms, I think we had our last ones for 10, 11 years.
Yeah.
So we definitely get our money's worth, and they look sharp. Kids were excited. All right, so you get a break here, Blake. Got to put some points on the board.
Yeah, it's all about, that's hard. You just threw an interception. That's still in the back of your mind, whether or not that really did happen. And so, that's one of those things. We're going Wildcat here. We're going to give Joe a few plays probably, to relax.
Well, this is just his 4th game ever, so,
Trimble up the middle. Kind of lean forward for a yard, maybe 2. about 1.5 yards, so it'll bring up 2nd down and 9.
Looks like with those substitutions, we're likely to go back to Joseph under center.
We also are going back to no huddle this week. That kind of helps our tempo, I think.
Kind of an offset I formation. Big tight end in there for the Mustangs. Joe dropped back under pressure. He's going to take off.
Oh, face mask?
Yep, sure enough. Flag's going to come out.
Man, that's tough, you know. As a defender, we've been there. I'm sure Blake's been there. You're just reaching. You're trying to make a play, and you grasp that face mask. You weren't meaning to, but we're going to take it. Good job there by Joseph, not forcing anything, just breaking down, being an athlete, getting a positive play.
Nothing open. He tuck and run. Line had moved the defense to the right, so there was a little bit of green grass to the left. So here's the official call. Personal foul, face mask.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be a big part of this game. It looks like they're covering up our receivers pretty well.
Yeah.
If Joe can take that ball and get 7, 8, 10 yards at a time, we can just keep moving the ball. Chunk plays just like that, keep us on schedule.
So it's inside the 10-yard line, which will bring up 1st down and goal. So there's not a 1st down in play for the Mustangs.
Nope. Brought in Rafe Tackett as an extra tight end over here to the left.
The big line in for the Mustangs. 2 receivers to the far side. There's nobody to this side, but a man in motion. Trimble up the middle. Gonna bounce his way. Stampede touchdown.
Nice job.
Man, I got to tell you, Coach. Well, Kevin, this offense tonight is being productive.
Yeah, when we don't get a penalty, we're good offense. We're good offense, and we're getting some big chunk plays. We're getting back to who we are, and we're healthy. I think that's a big part of it. I don't think there's a magic pill they had this week.
Sure.
They're just healthy. So that's a nice little lift for
Grove
everybody.
looks a little bit shell-shocked because they have literally, to use a baseball term, they've kind of run-ruled everybody they've played so far. Now, granted, they played some smaller schools, but Grove kind of thought they would march into Oologah and we would roll over and go, oh, no, Grove's here. And I tell you what, Coach Wagner, the Mustangs have come to play. 21-17, 4 minutes, 24 seconds, still have time. Take a break. We'll be back with more right after this. Jackson Burchett's got the ball set. He'll kick it away for the Mustangs. 4:24. Mr. Salt, how's the temperature on the sideline?
It's great. It's cooled off nice. It's the first night that it's really felt like a Friday night in September to play football.
This is what Friday Night Football is all about. That end of September to the middle of October, you're not bundled up. I mean, cold football's fun too, don't get me wrong. But, man, beautiful Friday nights like this. You see some folks in hoodies, some folks in T-shirts and shorts. Beautiful night. Kind of a pooch kick to the right side. Number 34, he's slippery and dangerous, going to be brought down by a host of Mustangs.
And that looked a little wonky. I'm going to have to go back and watch that tonight. I'm going to make it 4:15. He put his hand above his shoulder and made a motion before he caught that. I don't know if that was just his running motion, but it almost looked like he was calling for a fair catch, but then took off running. Good.
Garen Dobbins, the tackle on the play for the Mustangs, special teams.
Plenty of time for Grove. We need defense to make a play. Look, can we get a 3 and out?
Mustangs with 4 down linemen. It's kind of a new look for us tonight. Hand off up the middle to number 34, Emmanuel Crawford. Brought down by Ashton Wright. Gain of about 15, 1st and 10 for Grove.
You know, the high school football, the clock stops when the chains move, and then they roll it again.
And they're going tempo.
Oh, Coach Rowe's going to be disappointed. He was screaming the direction they were going to run the play to, literally telling us, and we didn't have one person move and get over there.
Enough for a first down for the Ridge Runners.
That's that jet. Yeah, that's that jet sweep look again.
It's going to be something he goes over at halftime. He's obviously got something that he can see that they do that every time.
Hand off up the middle.
Good job there.
It's a gain of long 3 on the play.
Connor Lynham, Aiden Trimble in for the tackle. Good Grazier in too.
2nd down and 7. 3:27 as the clock ticks. Going to have a whistle. The Mustangs are going to call timeout. We'll take one as well.
Karen was willing to wade through water, mud, and insurance paperwork.
Yeah, I can do this.
You go, Karen! By simply understanding and updating what her insurance covers and doesn't cover now, she'll be better prepared no matter when disaster strikes. Learn other simple ways to protect your home and family before a natural disaster at ready.gov. That's ready.gov. A message from FEMA and the Ad Council.
People start something great in their 40s and 50s. Getting your retirement savings on track is no different. Go to aceyourretirement.org, and in 3 minutes, you'll get personalized tips to help boost your retirement savings. That's aceyourretirement.org. A message from AARP and the Ad Council.
Mustangs take a timeout. Was that Grove?
We
Grove
took
the timeout.
They signaled our way.
So it is 2nd down and 7. 3:26 left to play. Grove is knocking. We kind of anticipate a shootout tonight. Hand off to the left side. He's slippery. Emmanuel Crawford going to cut back in.
Good gravy.
Just like that, they put 6 on the board.
A lot of juking and jiving. He's a great athlete. Like I said, probably the best running back in our district, and he showed it there. And
Definitely will have a chance to play at the next level.
Besides a couple jet sweeps, I'm going to be honest, I don't know.
Yeah.
He represents the lion's share of their offense tonight, and rightly so.
You got 11 guys on the field. You need about 7
and
assigned to him.
Yeah, and that took 57 seconds. So if there's any positive, that we have time to go score 2. So
3:18 left to play. The PAT is up, and it's good. So we've swapped leads several times tonight.
Have we had a punt?
No, we've had some turnovers. I don't think we've
punted. Yeah, we had a turnover, and then we got an onside kick, or not really an onside. We handled a kick.
Grove is on top 24-21 with 3:18 left to play. As Grove will set to kick it away. Busy time of year for Oologah High School up and down the hallways.
Yep.
Softball's busy.
Softball had a good week. Currently number 2 in district.
Oh, wow.
Some games left to decide kind of where we're going potentially. They had a really good week. Volleyball's still going. So both those getting ready to get cranked up and get in the playoffs.
Senior night for volleyball Monday night, correct?
We had senior night.
Right. I'm saying it was last Monday night.
Correct.
And then Thursday night was senior night for softball. So
yeah, we have one more softball home game. We'll play Sand Springs here. We went there for a preseason scrimmage, and they're going to come here, kind of one of those warm-ups to Coach Brown does a good job of scheduling some good teams right before regionals, kind of keep you sharp and keep you focused.
We've returned one for a touchdown. You don't need that, but you'd like to just make somebody miss.
Ooh, gets upended at the 34. Good return.
That Sand Springs comes to town Thursday night. Actually, is it before the parade?
Yes, it's going to be
an adjustment on that.
Let me look that up. They got someone that they're at. I believe it's at 3:45. We moved it to 3:45 to allow for homecoming.
Because I think the softball girls are going to be in the homecoming parade. Love parades downtown Oologah. Just such a neat, quaint, small town feel. Everybody shows up. Make plans to join us Thursday. Should be pretty weather. Hope I don't regret saying that.
Yeah, 3:45 Sand Springs Thursday start time for softball. Come catch that and go to the parade and then come back. Should be a fun night.
Gonna roll under a little bit of pressure.
Get rid of it.
Good play on his part just to get rid of it. There wasn't anything there. Streeter was covered up, so to bring up second down at 10 and stops the clock. What time does the parade start?
6:30 parade downtown. They have a city ordinance, fun fact. Between 6 and 6:30, you cannot close downtown because that's when the U.S. Postal Service delivers their truck to the post office. Did not know that till about 2 weeks ago.
Come rain or shine. So at 6:30, we will start the parade. Be there. 4 receivers for the Mustangs. Going to hand off.
Yeah, they're going to get a face mask, I hope.
Yeah, he had to readjust his helmet. He's going to make a
Great
guy
job.
miss.
Hopefully we get 15 more. You saw that, too. He stopped and readjusted his helmet.
Gain of 13. Yep, they're going to indicate it's on them.
Good little jump cut by Aiden. Again, we got some good players, but it's nice to have our senior running back and senior leader back. He's running really hard. Those of you watching at home, if you will click the subscribe button, when we go live, you're going to get an update, but it also helps us out. The more subscribers we get, YouTube opens up some things. So
yeah, that 1,000 is that magic number.
Yes.
If you can get to that 1,000 subscription mark, it certainly helps. And
doesn't cost anybody anything. Just helps us do a few extra things for free.
Trimble up the middle. Man, he's been good tonight. Going to get about 17, enough for a Mustang first down and 10.
Yeah, and I think you're seeing their athletes a little slower to get up. I think you go back and watch film, you're going to see some of our linemen wearing down on them. Anytime you see a big chunk run, there's a lineman making a big block.
Joe going to go to the right.
Oh, face mask? Yeah, I think we missed one there. They do a good job, but I think he was taken down by his face mask.
Looks like a loss of 7. .227 and counting. Second down, 18. So they'll say he lost 8.
We have plenty of time, and we have some timeouts. So I don't think you're going to see us go super quick.
Right.
Timeout left.
15 seconds on the play clock. So the Mustangs don't have to be in a big hurry. They've got the big line in. Joe looking for Streeter.
Oh, he's holding his jersey. How is that not a penalty? Oh, dear.
Wagner is.
And again, they're doing a good job, but the corner literally had AJ's jersey in his hand.
It's not catchable because AJ can't run. Put that on the Jumbotron and see what the fans do.
And they're calling, we have an illegal man downfield is what they're asking if they want to enforce. So they did throw a penalty on us. An eligible man downfield.
So that'll back us up 5 more. Is that a loss of down?
No.
Okay.
Which is why they were debating not taking the penalty, but
2 minutes left till halftime. Second down and 20 for the Mustangs.
we're going to go trips to the high side. Man up. Streeter down the bottom of the screen again.
7, 6, 5 left to play on the play clock. So the Mustangs will need to snap the ball here. They're bringing everything. Joe.
Oh, great catch. Great job by Ashton. Good
the
ball.
Right side. Gain of about 15 on the play.
That gets us back kind of what,
third and manageable.
Doable. 3rd and 4, 3rd and 5. Good ball there.
Scoreboard says 3rd down at 4, 140 as the clock ticks. Big 3rd down. Boy, you'd like to punch this in. Trimble's in the backfield. 2 receivers are to this side of the field, 1 to the far side. Joe.
Oh, wide open.
Across the middle to his big guy.
Great job, Connor Lynham. And way to hang on to the ball. He takes a big shot there. A big shot. He's a big, strong kid. He's a big, strong man. Let me say that.
Brought down the 2-yard line. 1st down and goal from the 2.
Yeah, you see Coach Wagner. He's reading my mind. He's saying slow down. He put both hands up like,
slow down.
We want to score, but we have plenty of time to run all the plays.
Absolutely.
Let's not get in too big of a hurry. We don't want to, again, we mentioned earlier, there hadn't been any punts. So we don't want to get back to them too quick.
13 seconds on the play clock. I bet they're just going to hand it to Aiden and say, go get it.
Aiden's
It is. It's actually just a wildcat.
Aiden. Yeah, he's going to walk it in.
And just like that, Stampede touchdown for Aiden Trimble. Man, he's had a clinic tonight so far.
Be interesting to see Johnny Dermo, our statistician. Good to see he's going to provide us with some stats here at halftime, but they have to be good.
So both running backs have had a great night. Yep. Grove got a finesse guy. He can make you miss.
Speed, for sure.
Oologah has lined up on the line of scrimmage and just shoved it down your throat.
Yeah, and I think you can see it wearing on them a little bit. After every one of those big chuck plays on that drive, they had a kid kind of slow to get up. Football's a physical sport. We got some big, strong young men out there, and Aiden's doing a great job.
Mustangs have a 4-point lead with 49 seconds left until halftime. Coming up, you're going to get to watch the Stallion Battalion at halftime. Interview with Grant Merrill, talk about some of the big games going on across the Tulsa area and their TV show as well. So got some cool stuff going on. Actually, we're talking about St. Springs and Bobby Klink. He was on this past week. St. Springs is off to a 3-0 start. They're in a league with Bigsby, and Bigsby's just a thing.
Yep.
But Sand Springs looking to make some noise. I have some Sand Springs. I married a Sandite, so I have some Sand Springs connections. Know Coach Klink real well, and folks at the Sand Springs Athletic Office.
I think you'll see us kick away from Emmanuel.
Yeah.
He brought it all the way across the field, which is not necessarily something that you coach, but when you got an athlete like that, he's just being creative. He's kind of like an artist. Yeah. You're just being creative.
Kickoffs, there's lots of open space, and a guy like that, he can just make some things happen. But they're going to come over here to number 2, Hagen Hacker. Yep. Mr. Bush will take it, 31, 32-yard line.
Yeah, good job.
Out of bounds to 34.
Good job by Caden Smith. Ashton Wright getting down there and making the tackle.
So they've got some time. They've got 2 timeouts.
Yeah, they scored in less than a minute last drive, so we definitely need to make a play here.
I think you want your speed on the field. Nothing gets behind you. And certainly keep an eye on Emmanuel Crawford.
Yeah, they're going to probably keep doing what they're doing. Mm-hmm. Hand the ball off. They won't necessarily put it in the air here. As I say that, he drops back. Wide open. Gonna get 6-7 yards.
He'll step out of bounds. That'll stop the clock. Won't move the chain, so it'll bring up about 2nd down and 3. Scoreboard will say 2. Good crowd of Mustang fans on hand tonight. First district game of the season for us. Sure would like to sneak out with a win tonight. It'd set you pretty in your district standings. Pass to number 2, Hagen Hacker.
He's a good athlete. Coach Wyden talked about him being a good athlete, playmaker for them.
So if you stop the run, they're going to throw to him.
Absolutely.
You're going to pick your poison.
You're probably going to see Joseph sneak another yard or 2 closer, kind of giving him a big cushion there, and they're taking it.
1st and 10, ball's at midfield. 37 seconds, a little bit of pressure, but they'll slip it off to Emmanuel Crawford. 2 guys have their hands on him. Just can't bring him down. He'll pick up about 30 yards on the carry. Mustangs look like they have a guy that might be hurt or slow getting up on the other side.
Like Gabe Grazer. Be interesting to go back and chart the number of cutbacks by Emmanuel Sanders tonight. I mean, there probably was 3 or 4 right there. We have another kid, another player down.
Aiden. It's Aiden. He's grabbing his ankle, kind of his shin.
When your roster's thin, that's what you have to do. You got to play guy both ways, and man, you just don't want to see your guy go down.
No, hopefully it's just a ding. He's wanting to go a little faster than they are, so hopefully that's a good sign.
Come on, Coach.
Coach Van Pelt.
.8 seconds till half. Mustangs have the lead, 28-24. Grove has a 1st down and 10 from the 21-yard line. Boy, you'd sure like to get a stop. You still got a half to play, but man, if you could go into halftime with some momentum.
Yeah, and they got a good field goal kicker, so I mean they're already in his range. I'd like to see them have to kick instead of keep throwing the ball.
Man across the middle, wide
Oh,
open. He'll
missed the
stumble into
tackle.
the end zone. Number 2, that's their guy, Hagen Hacker. Boy, with 13 seconds left, they're going to take the lead going into half.
And again, we haven't forced a punt yet, so we're going to have to go in at halftime, make some adjustments. And we've had guys there. We're just missing tackles.
They're slippery. It's almost like they put Crisco on their uniforms.
They are slippery.
Ball down, kicks on the way, and it's good. 31-28 the score with 13.5 seconds left to play until the half.
That's a lot of points. We talked about it being a shootout, but that's almost 60 points.
Yeah.
In a half of high school football with a running clock. That's offense has done their job.
That one got away from you, but you're still in good shape.
Absolutely. I mean, you're sitting here 28-31 with a team who's really shell-shocked. I mean, they don't know what's going on to them right now. The Oologah Mustangs are giving them a run for their money, and we're going to go into halftime here, and our defensive scheme is working. We're in the right spots. We got to make some tackles, and our offense is moving the ball, so it's what we want to do, but can we respond and come out strong?
Trimble's walking around down there by you. He seems fine. Don't think that will be an issue as we go into the locker room at halftime.
No, he looks good. He's hyped up. You know, he's getting his guys hyped up, being a good leader over here on the sideline. He's really wanting to play, and that's what you want, just a competitor.
See if we can get another big return. When's the last time the Mustangs had 2 return for a touchdown? They're going to go low squib.
It up the middle.
Nate Morrow's going to pick it up. We'll take it. It's almost midfield. That might persuade us to do something other than just take a knee.
Yeah, Coach Wagner's calling him back. We're probably going to draw something up here.
Yeah, I think that changes things.
Absolutely. He wanted to play aggressive tonight. They have played aggressive tonight with 8 seconds. Don't waste a play.
Good crowd here tonight. It's good to see so many people that I only get to see on Friday nights or at Mustang Mini Mart or
This community loves Mustang football. And they are faithful to show up when we need them most. 4 receivers, spread offense for the Mustangs. You got Trimble in the backfield with him. They're going to blitz.
They're going to bring pressure off the edge and get there.
He's going to take Aiden to the right side. Going to get out of bounds.
Coach Wagner was trying to get a timeout there called, but we'll see if.
Well, I think they're going to put some time.
Yeah,
we were out of bounds before the clock stopped. You only expect that when you're on the road.
Yeah. Yeah, so he's going to come back and ask for some more time.
They're going to put 1 second.
They did give Mustangs a timeout.
Yep.
So does that become an untimed down when you get a timeout before?
Well, not technically. They should put because there wasn't a penalty. There can be a penalty on the last play.
That's right. That's right.
That's when it would become an untimed down. They should put time back on the clock. He's signaling 1. He's wanting 1.
Yep.
The White Hats want 1 second. It just takes the clock operator. I ran the clock at a game. It's a lot harder than you think.
Yeah.
You're doing down and distance. You're doing the clock. You're doing timeouts. You're doing yards to go. And there's one person doing it.
Yep.
So it's a lot.
So the ball is at the 40-yard line. Mustangs have it 1st and 10.
I think you might see us make 2 calls here. If they're kind of doing what they were there, everybody within 10, 12 yards of the line of scrimmage, we might try to sneak somebody out deep one-on-one. If they take a lot of people back, then you might see us try to hit some sort of screen pass.
They brought Connor Lynham in. Looks like they're probably going to try to get some good protection maybe.
You see trips,
Okay. Yep.
tight trips. I don't know that we've seen this out of the Mustangs all year.
So he's going to throw it deep to the far side, looking for somebody. Oh, he stepped out of. Oh,
Didn't
no, they're
come up
saying
with it.
incomplete.
Yeah.
Okay, yep. Well,
Not sure it
would
would've
have
mattered.
First. All right, we're going to take a timeout. We'll come back real quick and then get into our other stuff. Be back with more right after this.
At Will Rogers Animal Hospital, your pet's care comes first. Dr. Ron Wallace and his professional staff provide a wide range of services for all your pet's needs, from surgeries, vaccinations, boarding, and more. The friendly staff at Will Rogers Animal Hospital makes your pet's care a priority. Open 6 days a week for your convenience. They're located just off Highway 169 in Oologah. Give them a call today at 918-443-4444 and book your animal's next appointment. Will Rogers Animal Hospital, 335.
Blake Salt on the sideline with head coach Darren Wagner. Let's go.
All right, Coach. So we're 28-31 going into halftime. Big shootout game. Offense is looking great. What are we going to do halftime?
Well, number one, we got to get some stops defensively. 34 is tough to contain. I mean, we had them 3rd and 30 at one time, and they run draw and get 22 of it back or something like that and kick the field goal. Well, that's the difference in the first half right now. They get the ball to start the second half. The first drive we give up a 3rd and 8 and then a 3rd and 18. When we get a chance to get these guys behind the sticks, we got to get a stop and get off the field. They're too explosive offensively for us to make a mistake and keep the drive alive for them.
All right, Coach, we'll let you get in there. Thank you.
Best of luck. We'll be back with more right after this.
One in 3 adults has prediabetes. 1 in 3. That means it could be you, your football buddy, your football buddy, or you, your best man, your worst man, you, your dog walker, your cat jogger. While 1 in 3 adults has prediabetes, with early diagnosis, prediabetes can be reversed. Take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its prediabetes awareness partners.
And welcome back to the halftime show, joined by the host of Prep Sports Postgame, Grant Merrill, who has his eyes across the entire state of Oklahoma. Grant, district play starts tonight. There are some incredible games on the score sheet tonight.
Yeah, there are, and it's like a coach told me this week. Everything's reset. Everybody's kind of 0-0 as far as how the district season is starting out, and we're off to a good start for a lot of our different teams. I know Oologah, you guys have kind of had the murderer's row of ranked teams lately, with the exception of Claremore. Kind of a surprise that Claremore's off to an 0-4 start, thanks to you guys at Catoosa, and so it's definitely an exciting time as now the football really starts to count.
Well, let's talk about a couple of big games tonight. One, I think everybody's watching in the Tulsa area. Owasso just kind of has this tendency to run the table. Bill Blankenship, an amazing guy. They're on the road at where he used to coach for a long time, Owasso at Union. That's a good game tonight.
That is a good game. The number 1 versus number 3, of course, Union with 1 loss on the season, the Jinx. That's kind of been their Achilles heel, getting shut out in the Backyard Bowl for the 2nd year in a row, and I know that they aren't too happy about that, but they're going to have a chip on their shoulder tonight from that loss coming into Owasso. And Union's a much improved team from last year when they started out 0-4, and then they came back to actually be a contender in the postseason. And so, I think that it could go either way tonight. It is in the new renovated Tuttle Stadium. I don't know how Union got 4 home games in a row to start out the season. I guess when you renovate your stadium and spend $35 million, you can do that. But, they've got Owasso at their place tonight, and that's always kind of a trap game for the Rams.
Hey, you and Chris Lincoln on your TV show had an awesome opportunity to talk to. I just have tons of respect for Bobby Klink. He's the head coach at Sand Springs. Definitely just brought some stability over there. They've got a heck of a quarterback and a kid named Ty Pennington. Ponca comes to town tonight to see Sand Springs. Interesting to watch that score.
Homecoming for the Sandites, and Ty Pennington putting on a clinic last week when Sand Springs went to visit Shiloh Christian over in Arkansas. Shiloh's the reigning 4A state champion, and they're kind of the big private school in the Northwest Arkansas region, and they're that team everybody hates over there. So, it's one of those things where Sand Springs really proved that they're the real deal this year. And Ty Pittington, a fourth-generation Sandite, doesn't want to be anywhere else, kind of the hometown quarterback story. And, he's really – colleges need to look at him a little more right now than they are. He's going to be a good find for some college program. I think he could play at the Division I level if he plays every week like he did last Friday.
His sister was a baller for softball for the Sandites. She's one of the sluggers over in Stillwater. Had a great career over there. So know his family. They're amazing people in Sand Springs. Hey, tell us real quick about your TV show, where it airs, and if people don't have Cox Cable, where they can watch that at.
They can watch it on GameDayOklahoma.com if they don't have Cox Cable. If you do, it's on Your View Channel 3. It'll be on tonight at 10:30 after the ball game, and we'd love to have you on board to be in the audience tonight. We got a good show this week. Statewide, 20-some radio stations. You guys are the prep sports post-game show locally here in Tulsa, 97.1. But it's also statewide. So, Grant, as always, my friend, we appreciate your time. You guys have a great time tonight, and we'll holler at you in a little bit. Sounds good, brother. Thank you.
We will be back with more of the Mustang Halftime Show right after this.
And Mama, how you feeling?
Great, and I'm ready for you today.
I'm checking in on you. Morning meditation?
Check.
Dressed and ready to work out?
Check.
Check your blood pressure yet?
And check.
Boom! Great job, Mom. And about those gold earrings?
No, ma'am.
Now more than ever, it's important that we protect our hearts and the hearts of those we love. Monitor your blood pressure daily and help each other stay motivated. Rally your squad to take the online pledge at releasethepressure.org. Brought to you by the Release the Pressure Coalition and the Ad Council.
Melissa from Michigan. I work an extra part-time job serving lunch at my child's school, but I still can't afford to put food on our table.
Daniel from California. Choosing whether to pay the rent or pay to fix the car to get to work doesn't leave us with much at all. Now we can't even pay for meals.
Hunger is a story we can end. End it at feedingamerica.org. Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
You deserve a bank that understands how hard you've worked to get where you are and how hard you're still working to keep things going. Life and its circumstances and challenges is what makes all of us who we are. At Armstrong Bank, we'll always roll up our sleeves and work right along beside you, generation after generation. Armstrong Bank, for more than 100 years.
Let Advanced Homes build your next dream home. At Advanced Homes, we embrace your individual style and work hard to design a home that's perfect for you and your family. Our team has an expert ability to take your individual ideas and build the blueprints that will become your dream home, built just for you. We don't just build houses, we help you build the home you've always dreamed of. From the simple to the lavish, we've done it all, and we can help you every step of the way. Visit our website, advancedhbi.com, or call us today, 918-855-6597. Advanced Homes, building your dreams.
Rod Henry Construction has been in the business of installing and manufacturing septic tanks and aerobic systems for over 10 years. At Rod Henry Construction, we take pride in providing quality service and products at a reasonable rate. We're proud members of the Home Builders Association and the Better Business Bureau. You can visit our website at rhcinc.net. The customer is always our top priority. Rod Henry Construction is a family-owned and operated business with strong Christian values that will ensure our work. For manufacturing and installation of aerobic and septic systems, service and repair, give Rod Henry Construction a call, 918-371-1207. And go Mustangs!
Let Advanced Homes build your next dream home. At Advanced Homes, we embrace your individual style and work hard to design a home that's perfect for you and your family. Our team has an expert ability to take your individual ideas and build the blueprints that will become your dream home, built just for you. We don't just build houses, we help you build the home you've always dreamed of. From the simple to the lavish, we've done it all, and we can help you every step of the way.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move, so I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
We are in the middle of the Mustang halftime show, and the Grove Ridge Runner Band, by the way, they do a great job. They are here. They are competing, just as the Stallion Battalion is in this season, and so they are doing their halftime performance, so you can kind of see that on the camera. Just got some stats. Certainly appreciate Johnny Dermo and his help and work with us. And, Mustangs did not have a bad half. So passing, we went 7 of 10. I mean, 90 yards, threw for a couple of touchdowns, but an interception. 205 yards total on offense, 115 yards rushing. And penalties, 3 penalties for 17. They had 6 penalties for 70 yards. The Ridge Runners had 18 passing attempts and 206 yards. So they threw the ball pretty effective. They rushed for 129 yards, and they had 335 yards total. They're just slippery. But when you look at comparison, the scoreboard 31-28, I know that special team 6 points certainly adds to your cause, Blake.
Absolutely. That was such a big turnover and just a change of momentum. It really lifted our heads up, and I think really just instilled that we could do this and we could win this game.
Aiden Trimble, 12 carries, 104 yards, 2 touchdowns and a half. There's sometimes in this league that's a full game stat. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Yeah, that's great for first half. We're pounding the rock. Absolutely amazing.
Joe Griswold, 7 of 10, 90 yards, 1 TD, 1 interception. Catches, Aiden Trimble's got a couple of catches for 33 yards. Streeter's got a couple of catches for 16 yards. Ashton Wright, man, he's had a couple of good games the last couple of weeks. Somebody's just got to step up when they've got AJ covered up, and so Ashton Wright has 3 catches, 26 yards, and Connor Lynham has a catch, 15 yards. And I think Connor put a TD on the board, if I'm not mistaken.
I think it was close. I think Aiden ended up running that one in, but it was close. It was right down at the 1 yard line. He caught that.
Yep, absolutely. So at halftime, Grove leads 31-28. You got to make some adjustments defensively. You heard Coach talk about that just before he went in at halftime. Man, you got to find an answer. You got to find an answer for their number 34. He's slippery.
He really is, and testament to him. I've played against him for a couple years, and I played defense against him, and I've also just watched him run around. And, he's quite the athlete. He's quite the competitor, and he's a good guy. He's not a punk on the field, and he'll help you up and pat you on the helmet and, say good game to you at the end.
We're going to take a timeout. When we come back, you can see on the camera that the Stallion Battalion's coming in. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, it'll just be the audio of their halftime performance, and you can enjoy that because they will actually be marching tomorrow night in exhibition at the Stallion Battalion Invitational. We'll talk more about that in just a second. Quick break. We'll be back with more right after this.
Raising Cane's box combo, please.
Good call.
You think?
You bet. Cane's chicken fingers are always fresh, never ever frozen.
Really?
Marinated for 24 hours, hand battered and breaded, and cooked to order.
Man, that does sound good. You must really love Cane's.
Doesn't everyone? Raising Cane's chicken fingers.
Thanks.
People start something great in their 40s and 50s. Getting your retirement savings on track is no different. Go to aceyourretirement.org, and in 3 minutes, you'll get personalized tips to help boost your retirement savings. That's aceyourretirement.org. A message from AARP and the Ad Council.
Welcome back to the Mustang Halftime Show. The Stallion Battalion taking the field, and we're going to let them take the show. We'll be back with more in just a little bit. Here is the Stallion Battalion and Postcards to Spain.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Oologah-Talala Battalion Marching Band. Under the direction of John Matthews and Dave Smith.
At All Smiles Dental and Dentures, we offer a friendly, down-to-earth atmosphere, new techniques and technologies, expert doctors, and an experienced, caring dental team. We are proud to provide great dental care for your entire family. Your smile is often the first thing people notice and the one thing they remember. We'd love to work with you to help you keep your teeth and smile for a lifetime. We offer complete dental care for the whole family, from preventative dental care, cosmetic and restorative dentistry, pediatric dental care, dentures and partials, sports mouth guards for your athletes, and more. Please call today to speak with any member of our team regarding questions you may have or to make an appointment with our gentle and elite doctors. You can also request an appointment online at allsmilesdentalanddentures.com. Dr. Garrison, Dr. Allen, and our entire elite team look forward to providing you with the excellent care that you need and deserve. Give us a call today at 443-9900 for your next dental appointment. All Smiles Dental and Dentures, conveniently located just off of Highway 169 in Oologah.
Hey guys, it's me, Isabella Gomez, filling in for Smokey Bear because he's got more to say than just,
Only you can prevent wildfires.
like, if you're outside enjoying a barbecue, don't let a hamburger distract you from fire safety. Make sure you aren't dumping your hot coals or ashes onto the ground because that could start a wildfire. So take wildfire prevention seriously and let's save the world one day at a time. Juntos con Smokey Bear, podemos hacerlo. Go to smokeybear.com to learn more about wildfire prevention.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Yeah, you're worried about.
We are in the middle of the halftime show, both bands, and so here's the kicker. You're like, what are we doing? Let's play some football. Both band kids are people too, right? You know what I'm saying? So they are in full swing of competition. You want to make sure that both bands get their opportunity to perform in front of a live crowd. There's just something different when you're in a stadium under pressure. And so these halftimes for the next 2 or 3 weeks will probably be just a little bit extended as a courtesy to the fine arts programs, the bands that are here to cheer on the football teams. And so sometimes they put a couple of extra minutes on the clock so the guys can make sure that they are stretched and ready to go. So we're about $1:40 ready to go. Guys, I'm not a coach. Love me some football. It's pretty simple. You got to control the line of scrimmage, do what you want to do on offense, and stop 34. You do that, you can win.
Correct. And I think the key for us and how we're going to be successful doing that is getting pressure with our defensive line, causing him to make adjustments and maybe change his lane and allowing us to rally to the ball because one-on-one, he's going to win a lot of those battles.
It's going to take a couple of our guys to get him down and just kind of almost team tackling, if you will, just kind of know where your partner's going to be. Blakester, your thoughts?
I think team tackling is a big deal. You know, we get one guy there, we just got to wrap him up, and we got to have, 7, 8 tacklers, 7, 8 gold helmets to the football, and just rally to the football.
Well, the Mustangs got the ball to start the game. Grove will get the ball to start the second half. Grove had, just a minute on the clock. Drove down, put a late touchdown in the first half to take the lead. And so Grove will get the ball to start the second half. We've talked a little bit about some of these stats. I got to tell you, though, Aiden Trimble, man, just in the first half, 109 yards with 2 touchdowns. That's a whole game stat sometimes in this league.
Yeah, he did a great job. Offensive line did a great job giving him holes. He found them, and we mentioned, again, he runs extremely hard. Going to look for another heavy dose of him. He looks to be fine after coming out, tweaking his ankle.
Their running back runs with finesse. He can make you miss. We like to line it up and just create a little bit of space for Aiden. He can make you miss too, but he's just going to run hard. He's going to run downhill, and once you touch him, he's still going to lean forward for a couple of yards.
Yeah, he's one where if you make the tackle, you're going to feel it because he's going to bring it. And it's just good, clean, hard running. He's a good high school football running back.
So we are set, ready to start the second half. The Mustangs will kick from left to right.
What the Mustangs are, their hopes are high. Their heads are, their attitude is great coming out of the locker. Let's just say that.
Get hydrated, get some time. And we talked about this last year. We have a number of kids that play both ways. And so you don't really have a lot of adjustment time. So being able to get that halftime and go in and get with Coach Rowe, get with Coach Messner, get with Coach DeVilbiss, and make some tweaks and some changes and just hear some words of encouragement hopefully will help us.
Burchett set to kick it away as we start the second half, kind of pooch it to the far side of the field.
Oh, good catch. He got hit hard.
Braden Casey make the catch for the Ridge Runners. He doesn't get a lot. They don't have bad field position to start. 1st and 10. Looks like the ball down about the 36-yard line. Nope, correction. 37, 38-yard line. Defense for the Mustangs is out there, ready to go. I know they've got some younger guys that they just want to make sure that they're in their right spot, right alignment, right coverage. You can even see that taking place now. Hey, who you got? Ridge Runner's going to bring a man in motion. They're just going to run it.
Good job by Colin Schrader, fighting off the block, making a tackle.
Gain of 4, brings up 2nd down, long 6.
If you can get him the first 2-3 yards of scrimmage before he gets ahead of steam, it's sure going to be helpful. And it's nice to call the name of a defensive lineman making a play. They've made some plays, but we're going to need a lot more of that if we're going to come out ahead tonight.
Absolutely. 3 receivers, man in motion. Hand off again, number 34. Guy, he can just make you miss. Hit and knocked out of bounds on the far side.
And again, that's a play that's designed to go up the middle or to the left, and he takes it all the way to the right out of bounds marker to get a first down. That's just being an athlete, making a play.
So Grove's going to go quick. Quarterback's just going to keep this one. Got a couple of blockers in front of him. He'll step out of bounds. Gain of 7 on the carry.
Got some scores in at the half for Gibson all over Muldrow, 35-0. Wagner over Cleveland, 35-14 in the third. 2 teams we will see coming up on our schedule.
Hand off on the right side. He can just juke you out of your socks.
There's quick and fast. Unfortunately for the Mustangs, he's both.
He's both.
Sky Tukatusa, barn burner, 7-6. Bristow, 28, Miami 0. All games in our district.
1st down and 10. Ball at the 41-yard line coming up. One of my favorite segments of the broadcast. I've called it, How Cool is Kevin? He's nervous. You hear that in his laughter.
I've been doing pretty good.
Handoff up the right side. He's got some room. Mustang gets tripped. That could have brought him down. He's gone to the house.
Again, he's done most of his damage on the cutback. We're kind of overrunning it, worried about speed and getting there to a spot instead of breaking down and making a tackle.
Fortunately, I have my daughter who's a freshman. She kind of helps me with my word category or catalog, if you will. But I've also got Blake. I mean, he's graduated from high school, but he's still young enough that he knows the street language, right? So it's my segment called How Cool is Kevin? You ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, here's your words for the week. You got to define them.
Okay.
You got to define them. So, gas.
Gas?
Gas.
If you give someone gas, you're kind of cutting them down or getting after them and being hard on them?
It's the opposite.
Yeah, it's the opposite.
What?
And that's gas. That is awesome. That is cool.
Maybe you're not as cool as I am because in my world that's wrong.
Maybe that's what it meant in Muskogee back in the
Yeah,
90s.
yeah,
Back in
But
the 90s,
in 2021.
Muskogee in the 90s.
In 2021.
That's all right.
it
So
means
All right,
to
hit me
build
with another
something
one.
up.
I missed. Okay.
Bet.
Bet.
B-E-T.
Bet means like yes. Like when I ask my son, hey, you want, smash burgers for dinner? Bet.
I'm in. Let's go. I'm down with it. All right. So you're 1-1 here. I don't think I've given
The
you this one.
tiebreaker question.
I don't think I've given you this one, but if I have, my apologies. Slap.
Yeah, you did give me
I give you that one? All right,
Yeah.
so hold tight. Let me give
That
you
slaps.
another one. So,
Where do you get these?
I told you where I got these. Low-key.
Okay, low-key means like unexpected or that's low-key funny. That's something you wouldn't expect to be funny or something under the
That's
radar.
good. Yeah, just kind of snuck in. Yeah, that's low-key. All right.
So
So
66% cool tonight.
66% cool tonight.
Quick math.
That dropped you down some percentage that you said that.
Bussin', Cap, that's where I'm at. So, all right, how cool is Kevin tonight? Well, he's 2 for 3.
Hey, I'll take it.
10:30 left to play in the third quarter. Grove been pretty offensively productive tonight. The Mustangs have the ball for the first time in the second half.
We're at a critical point in the game. We're down 10. We have to respond.
This is that bend, don't break. You can give up some points, but you've got to answer. Joe going to hand it around the left side. Got a little bit of room.
Ashton going to get 9. Great job. Good job being patient there and allowing his blockers to get out and to work.
You can see he was just kind of judging his steps, waiting for that hole. Brings up 2nd down and 2 for the Mustangs.
It's a good spot to be. You open up the playbook. You're going to give it. They got to be worried about Trimble coming up the middle. They got to be worried about maybe play action. We got 3 wide receivers. White hat calling for time.
I'm just as curious as you are.
I don't know. They're coming over to talk to Coach Wagner.
Oh. It's an official timeout.
Blake, I need to know what's going on.
Yeah, Blake's trotting to get there. If it's on the guy in the blue shirt.
We got a different kind of.
The play clock's out. Yeah, there you go.
Okay, I'm saying we got a different kind of huddle going on here. We got athletic director Brady Despain, Swiss Army knife Dwight Tackett. He does a little bit of everything, and we're back on. All that for the play clock.
All that for the play clock with 9:55. Play clock is ticking at 21 and counting. Hand off up the middle, 1st down.
Yeah, you saw Coach Wagner and the Mustangs just stay on schedule there. Had an opportunity to get a 1st down on 2nd down. Instead of getting to 3rd and 2 and making it a big play, we're just going to take the 1st down and keep moving the chains.
Aiden Trimble on the carry. Just moving the chains on the line of scrimmage. Control the clock. Play your game. Mustangs trail by 10.
Maybe wear down on them a little bit. They got a number of players that play both ways. Kind of the first time we're seeing that. They kind of look like us in that regard.
Trimble just going low.
We get 1 or 2.
Yep.
2.
Looks like they'll give him a couple. And I really think who can manage mistakes, penalties in the second half really could be a big deal, because Grove had some just drop-dead penalties in the first half that really did kind of shoot them in the foot.
Yeah, they had 6 penalties. The Mustangs had 3 for 17 yards.
Right.
We did a pretty good job. That's an area of improvement. I know they focused on that.
Nine seconds left. Mustangs are checking the sideline. Joe going to roll out. Got
nice
his
job
guy.
by Joe and
Absolutely.
Braxton. Oh, we got a guy down. Is that Langbean?
Braxton Moore on the catch. 1st down and 10 for the Mustangs. Ball spotted on the other side of the field at the 49.
Good job by the offensive staff. They had a number of kids up on the line of scrimmage, and so when we kind of checked with Coach, looked like we changed it to a pass play. Hopefully Braden will be okay.
A little bit of a break in the action while they tend to him. Coming up in just a minute, we're going to talk about our Mustang difference maker, brought to you by Raising Cane's Chicken. While they tend to him, we're going to take a quick time out. We'll be back with more right after this.
People start something great in their 40s and 50s. Getting your retirement savings on track is no different. Go to aceyourretirement.org, and in 3 minutes, you'll get personalized tips to help boost your retirement savings. That's aceyourretirement.org. A message from AARP and the Ad Council.
Men, time to be an all-star caregiver. Drive them to physical therapy, doctor's appointments. Be there emotionally and physically. Don't give up. Don't ever give up.
Caregiving is tougher than tough. Find care guides at aarp.org/caregiving. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
We still have an injured Mustang down on the field, but they are helping him get up. The things I want to do this season in Mustang football, just say thank you to some folks that have helped make football, baseball, softball, FFA, middle school, make Mustang culture happen. So we've added the Raising Cane's Mustang Difference Maker of the Week. This week, Comes to us through the middle school. Appreciate Kelly Dixon giving us this, but it's Vicki Parrott, who recently, she was recognized as the Oologah Middle School Volunteer of the Month. She moved to Oologah in 2016 to be near her family. She retired from teaching after more than 30 years in Texas and Oklahoma school systems. Once here, she hit the ground running as a volunteer and put countless hours in to help the school. She volunteers for anything and everything from cleaning to sorting closets, test monitoring, schedule hands out, you name it. Vicki Parrott's been a huge asset over at the middle school, so we appreciate her for being our Raising Cane's difference maker of the week. So congratulations, she'll get some free Raising Cane's chicken out of the deal, but more importantly, man, we get great culture out of great volunteers like that.
Absolutely, a big part of the community, and obviously we're one of the big things around here as far as the town of Oologah, and we couldn't do it without you, so thanks to everyone.
Absolutely.
Good throw and catch, Braxton. You can see him stretching his back out, a big hit there. And I want to make a correction. That was Riley Robinson that was down, not Braden Langbein, so sorry about that.
They did give him forward momentum, so he picked up 3 on the play, so it brings up 2nd down and 7 for the Mustangs with 8:06 on the clock. Mustangs in kind of a big set, Trimble in the backfield. Joe across the middle, number 47,
Good
he's
job,
there.
Connor Lynham.
First down and 10 for the Mustangs.
They brought a blitz look there. They had 5 down linemen and a linebacker. And that's a good adjustment and a good play by JoJo Griswold.
They have seemed to bring a lot of pressure. I think they're trying to rattle Joe a little bit. Mustangs just got to play your game. Offensive line, it's really important you don't miss your guy. You block the man in front of you or the guy you're assigned to.
Yeah, blitz obviously is a big opportunity for the defense, but it's a big opportunity for the offense because you're going to get a lot of one-on-one. If you can hang in there and make a play, gives you an opportunity.
Hand off up the middle.
Falling forward again.
Looks like a gain of about 4. You'll take it on first down if you can gain just several yards to kind of get you in a 2nd and 6 situation.
Yeah, we've been successful, and, man, those new National Guard uniforms look good.
They look sharp.
They kind of match us. We're not black for sure as far as our.
It's kind of hard to tell from this distance,
but
I mean, they look
blend.
like they could be a thing, you know.
At a quick glance, you know, our school color used to be a much darker blue, so it kind of looks like that at first glance.
Kind of an end around to the right side. He'll gain 3 on the play.
Big 3rd down. Big point in the game. 6:33 left. Down 10.
3rd down and 4 for the Mustangs. Got Braxton Moore, the receiver, on this side. A.J. Streeter to the far side. Joe looking under a little bit of pressure. He's going to dance around a little bit. Pitch and catch, and they're going to say he was out of bounds.
And that was a good job by the offensive line. They brought some pressure, and the line, along with Aiden Trimble, was able to pick it up. Looked like he might have taken his eyes off the field and kind of brought him down a little bit at the pressure, and that's a result of them getting pressure over and over. So
offense going to stay on. This is certainly 4th down territory for the Mustangs. So it's 4th down and 4. Big play.
Big play, momentum of the game. Somebody's going to be really excited here in about 20 seconds.
Yep.
Hopefully it's the Mustangs. They got everyone up on the line of scrimmage.
They are showing blitz.
We're going to call timeout.
We're going to talk about it. It's a good idea. We'll take one as well. Be back with more right after this.
Raising Cane's box combo, please.
Good call.
You think?
You bet. Cane's chicken fingers are always fresh, never ever frozen.
Really?
Marinated for 24 hours, hand battered and breaded, and cooked to order.
Man, that does sound good. You must really love Cane's.
Doesn't everyone? Raising Cane's chicken fingers.
Thanks. You sure are good at this.
Hey, it's my dream job.
Appreciate Raising Cane's and their support. Mustang Athletics, they're always very supportive. Also, Cherokee Nation, man, they've been a huge supporter of just our broadcast as a Cherokee Nation Game of the Week.
Yeah, if you've kept up with our videos on our Facebook page, those are all happening in our new studio.
FFA.
Yep. They
played a
took advantage of it.
contribution to help kind of construct some of that. Some of our guys from the ag department.
Mr. Johnston and some of his Power Tech kids. Thank you. All right. We got to get a first down.
So the Mustangs have 2 receivers to the far side.
Let's look for a quick slant with AJ. There's going to be room here. Oh, they're going deep. Oh, that has to be pass interference.
They're saying the ball was uncatchable.
Just fell down?
Yep.
They call that uncatchable. The ball is too far out of bounds. They're saying that there's no way
he could have got back.
He could have got back in bounds. I mean, it's a judgment call, and it's on the fly, and so it's just sometimes what it has to be.
So the Ridge Runners will take over first down at 10. Ball's on the 30-yard line with 6:01 left to play in the third quarter. And it feels like game's in the balance, maybe tipping a little bit towards Grove's direction, so your defense needs to make something happen. Turnover would be well-timed.
Yeah, have to get a stop right now.
It's been kind of a theme this year of us coming out a little bit flat, coming into the third quarter. Just a big stop right now is just really going to wake us up.
He's got a lot of room. Ooh,
there's a block in the back,
yep.
And they're going to pick it up, too. So flag down on the field. So a great gain for Grove's actually going to come back.
You can see their coaches are frustrated because he had all kinds of daylight. That was not needed.
He had picked up the first down, kind of an unnecessary block from that receiver over there. Next week is homecoming week for the Mustangs. Means it's a busy week. Like every day has a different thing that goes on.
Yeah, Monday's hat day. Tuesday, jersey day. No, excuse me. Tuesday is twin day. That's always a fun one. Staff gets involved. It's fun to see. We have homecoming games every day at lunch, and so we'll award the Spirit Stick Friday after lunch to the grade level that accumulated the most points through that. So
I know you can't pick favorites, but they're all going to win, right, from the principal's perspective. But where's the competition at this year? Like, has anybody got bragging rights?
You know what? We had our first pep assembly and introduced our new Spirit Stick.
All right.
And it was down. So we did Mustang Magic. We did the chant in the gym. And it was down. The finals was the freshmen versus the sophomores, believe it or not.
Okay.
And the freshmen won. So it was great to see that. Great to see the young freshmen, sophomores bringing it at the pep assembly, enjoying themselves. So, but we're going to do something a little bit different this week. We play a bunch of minute-to-win-it games. If you're dressed up, you get a chance to play and kind of award points every day and keep a running tally. So it should be a lot of fun, just adds to the week and adds to the experience.
So I think something's gone on here because that's a 15-yard penalty, and I don't think the block in the back would have been a 15-yard penalty.
It was a late flag over on their sideline.
Okay. The block was at the first down, so that's talking 25 yards. So 2 penalties looks like, and we have to get off the field. If we want to win the game, we have to get off the field.
That's it right here.
No ifs, ands, or buts. You got to get out wide. Good job there.
He's going to gain a couple, maybe 2 on the play.
That's Patrick Miller. He's done a good job. You know, he's a senior, but he hasn't played a lot. Didn't play last year, so we called his name even last week quite a bit. Good job there getting to the sidelines, and he can run a little bit. So
it's important. You need speed, especially back in that linebacker and secondary area for your defense. The guys have got to be able to close.
And that's just a long handoff for them. They're just trying to get
create some space.
Yeah, get their playmaker, number 34, Emmanuel Crawford, the ball in a little different way.
8 seconds on the play clock. Grove's going to need to huddle up a little bit. Hustle up here just a little bit. He's back to pass. Knocked out of bounds, gain of 10, but still was a second down and long situation. So it's third down at 15 for your defense.
Big time play here for the Mustangs. Be good to see us get off the field here.
You can give up some yards, but don't give up a big play. We talked about that pregame. Coach Wagner knew it. Big plays sometimes shoot us in the foot. So make sure you cover who you need to cover.
He's rolling out. They're going to try to go deep. Oh, goodness.
And he's got it. Pass complete. Cross midfield to 49. First down and 10. There it is.
Again, you get that much time, and you get someone going across the entire width of the field. Looked like we were just a step behind. Pretty good coverage, but a good throw and catch.
And they're going to go fast. Hand off around the left
jet
side.
sweep. They've run that same play 4 or 5 times.
A couple of Mustangs will bring him down. Ty Cherry, part of the tackle. Brings up second down at 5 for the Ridge Runners.
Now you need a turnover.
Oh.
Another
Streeter
big chunk play.
will save the touchdown. Mustangs have a guy down at the 30-yard line.
It's Ashton Wright.
Blake
Looks like
was
maybe a hamstring cramp. He grabbed his hamstring.
Blake was talking about Emmanuel and just kind of what of a gentleman player he is, even there, checking on the Mustang.
Yeah, definitely looks like a cramp. Even though it is cooler, you got someone like Ashton. He plays special teams, defense, offense. Had the big kick return earlier. He's put the miles on it tonight.
Special thanks to Armstrong Bank and their support of Mustang Athletics and our broadcast, working right along beside you for more than 100 years. Excited to have them in community here in Oologah. Will Rogers Animal Hospital, located right off 169 in Oologah. Special thanks to them, and for years they've been a big supporter of Oologah. And RCB Bank, that's my bank. Rod Henry Construction, your septic aerobic system needs. Give them a call, 918-371-1207. .34 left to play in the third quarter. It's Cherokee Nation Game of the Week. Groves on top by 10, 38-28. Mustangs need a stop.
Yep.
You had them back 3rd and long. They snuck past you.
A couple big plays there in the red zone again. Going to go deep. He's out of bounds.
Yep. They're going to
dropped
say
it anyway.
He dropped it anyway.
Good job by recovering there. We were a little out of position, but that Garrett Salt?
Max Hales went
Max
7
Hales
tonight.
went 7 tonight.
Got him a little bit behind, and Max was able to kind of close on it and get involved in the catch. Caused him to drop it, so it'll bring up second down and 10 from the 19-yard line.
That's good coaching in Grove. We had our corner went down, and they immediately tacked the next guy in.
Handoff up the right side.
First down.
Gain of 11. Yep, he'll step another step, so gain of 12. First and goal from the 6-yard line. District play is in action. These games are important. It matters for qualifying for playoffs. Last year, because of COVID, everybody went to the playoffs. Across the middle, that's intercepted. He's going to go down.
Smartly.
Good. He realized, it's not there. So A.J. Streeter with the interception. He'll add that to his stats for the night.
And that's huge. That keeps us in the game, quite honestly.
Absolutely.
Going down 17 there wasn't really an option. Again, we've said that a couple times on our side. You go late back across the middle, kind of double pump that. That's going to be trouble generally. And it was. He's a good player. He just made a mistake, and a good job there by one of our playmakers making a play.
Puts a little bit of momentum on your sideline, too. When you
you go score here.
Yeah.
You're within 3.
Absolutely.
Got some momentum, got the home crowd. But we got to go score. Got to go score. Can't turn it over. Can't punt. We got to go punch this in.
Expect to see him use Aiden. Aiden's been able to run the ball pretty effective tonight. Kind of an offset I formation, 4 receivers, so kind of a spread offensive look. There's Aiden. There's a face mask. I don't know if they'll see it or call it.
Some extracurricular over here on top of the screen. Nope. That's good to see. You see number 10 for them. I want to call his name. Braden Casey. And you see Gabe Grazier hooking it up right to the whistle, go to the ground, and they both hop up and help each other up and pat each other on the back of the helmet. It's good to see. We've seen that out of both teams tonight.
Gain of 2, second down and 8. Mustang fans kind of wanted something out of the officials. They didn't get it. Streeter in motion. JoJo looking
He's
for
open.
him.
Oh, ball's a little underthrown.
Yeah, that defender turned around and looked. which was good coverage on their part. If he doesn't, if he's just looking at A.J. and pushing on him, that could be pass interference. But because he turned around and was making a play on the ball, he's got the ability to play for the ball. So pass is incomplete. 3rd down and 8 for the Mustangs. And A.J.'s just been covered up all night long. They've cheated a safety over on top of him all night. JoJo rolling.
Big time flag late. I'm not sure what that is.
Sounded like there was a late hit.
It looked from the sideline view, Joe was about 2 steps into the white when they hit him. So we may get a late hit out of bounds on Joe.
We'll take it if it is.
Discussion going on.
Yeah.
Well, the flag came late, though, so it could have been something
I'm going to be
was
honest.
said.
That flag toss might be the highest flag toss I've ever seen. He threw that 20 yards in the air. So he was heated at somebody.
Dead ball. What?
They're calling a sideline warning on us. Not real sure what that was about. We were pretty content that we were back far enough.
Well, that's not new. We've seen 2 of those already tonight. So you got to know what crew you're working with. Sometimes it's a thing. Sometimes they care. Sometimes they don't pay as much attention to it. So
yeah, they've called it on both teams. You get one freebie, so to speak. Second one's 5 yards, and it's a dead ball penalty, so it's still 4th down.
This may be our first punt of the evening, I believe, for the Mustangs.
I think we've had one. We had one in the first half.
I think you're right, my friend.
It's only the second one of the game. Okay, we got 12 guys on the field.
And we're talking about it. Somebody's got to come off.
Oh, good job there getting it off by Nate. And a good punt.
Braden Casey. Catch the ball for the Ridge Runners. We'll take a break. Be back with more right after this.
To buy your home, you became a house hunting ace. Learned about loans, scoured neighborhoods, and asked the right questions. Now you're queen of your castle. If you manage that, you can get your retirement plan on track. Visiting aceyourretirement.org can help. With 401k tips and smart saving strategies, you'll feel empowered to own your retirement like you own your home. Go to aceyourretirement.org. Because when it comes to clearing financial hurdles, you're an ace. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
2:58 left to play in the 3rd. Mustangs have punted for the 2nd time tonight. Mustangs are showing some aggressive defense. They got a chance to catch 34 in the backfield, bring him
Good
down
job, Patrick
for a
Miller.
loss of about 7, and that hasn't happened a lot tonight.
No. Good job by Patrick Miller keeping your hips square, not overcommitting, and then making a play.
Bring up 2nd down. The scoreboard says 16. If you can find a way to contain him, you give yourself a chance.
Yeah, but they've shown patience in the running game. I wouldn't be shocked if they hand it off 2 more times and just say, can you tackle him? Because we haven't really done a tremendous job of that for 3 plays in a row. Oh, good pressure initially by Nate. Good job there. We're going to hold him to no gain.
No gain on the play.
Good effort by the Mustangs.
That's going to bring up 3rd down and 16.
Initial pressure up the middle, Nate Morrow, and then kind of that secondary pressure, Brody Sappington. Enormous 3rd down. Blake, you think we'll bring some pressure here? You think we'll drop 7?
I think we're going to drop a little bit because they hit us on a draw, what they hit us on last time on big 3rd down like this. So we'll see what they do here.
Then the draw formation. Now they're just going to go student body right.
They got him.
Big stick, Patrick Miller.
How about that?
Great job, Patrick Miller.
That's what you needed. You needed somebody to make a play, somebody to come up big. Your Mustang defense did.
He made 2 there. 2 and 3 play stops behind the line of scrimmage. Patrick Miller, 2 tackles for a loss.
4th down and 19.
TFLs are huge. And they look a little disoriented. They haven't had to punt yet. They don't really, they're pointing different directions.
10 seconds on the play clock. They'll punt from right to left. He'll call for fair catch. Mustangs will take over the 25-yard line. Tomorrow, big day for the Mustang Band program. It's a big fundraiser for what they do. Band's trying to, well, they're going to go out to California in the spring. And the Stallion Battalion Marching Band Invitational brings bands in from all over. So it's going to be a fun day, full day for those folks tomorrow. Beautiful weather to do it. Some of them will show up at 6 o'clock in the morning to get ready for competition. Competition starts about 9. Bands will march all day long and compete for spots in the finals. The finals is the fun stuff that happens of an evening. It'll be a beautiful night for that. Look forward to being here and being a part of it. Hand off up the middle. Not a lot there.
Not a lot there.
Looks like they're going to give him 2.
The holes just aren't there for Aiden like they were maybe in the first half.
Maybe they've picked their poison and said, you know what, throw it on us. We're gonna close up some of those gaps on the run. We're gonna kind of commit a guy up in the box.
They have been playing closer to the line of scrimmage the second half. Big second down. We need to get third manageable, maybe 3rd and 4 or less. Open up the playbook. Oh.
Man, threw it behind his guy. Again, Mustangs are in a 3rd and long situation.
48 seconds left. Bring an extra wide receiver in, Patrick Miller. Substitute for Caden Smith. We're going to go.
It was about this point in the Claremore game that Joe Griswold just went on a
They only have one corner out here. They're just rotating late. So there ought to be somebody open. Oh,
boy.
Do it to her.
That's, boy, that D lineman's going to brag on that. Ben Johnston for Grove with the pick 6.
That's a heartbreaker.
Yep.
We had some opportunity to the near side, to the camera side, because they were misaligned.
Yeah, there was some confusion on who was covering who. That middle receiver for us popped open.
Blake, were we trying to run like a screen there?
Yeah. I mean, I could tell you the play and everything what that is, but yeah, we were trying to run a screen there and set that up. And you're right, they were misaligned, and I just don't think we saw that. And we thought we had them on the screen, and they were bringing pressure, and pressure got to the ball. So just really tough luck on that screen.
Ball down, kick on the way for Grove, and it's good. 45-28 with 41 seconds left to play. Boy, your defense had put you in a great position, and offense just unable to really move the ball. Unfortunate on the turnover to give them a pick 6.
Yeah, the defense really did a good job the last 2 drives. You got a turnover, 3 and out immediately, and actually holding them to minus yardage on that possession, and then weren't able to capitalize.
Mustangs at home next Friday night. Lots of homecoming festivities attached to that, like a parade on Thursday at 6:30. Come join us downtown. It's going to be a fun night.
I believe you are emceeing that, correct?
Well, that's the word on the street. I wouldn't let that out. People may not come. We could broadcast the thing on the YouTubes, you know.
The YouTubes, the WWWs. All right, we need a big return.
Popped one in the first half. If you're late joining us, Mustangs did return a kickoff for 6. Deep into the end zone, so they're going to let it go for a touchback. So Mustangs will take over 1st and 10.
Their kicker, Nick Alsop, he's the real deal. I saw him in warming up for the second half. He was making 50-yarders with room to spare, and he kicked that into the end zone. He's the real deal. Good kicker.
Ball's down at the 20-yard line. Mustangs will take over first down and 10. As a quarterback, you got to forget the last play. You got to come out and just focus on the play in front of you. JoJo rolling out under a little bit of pressure.
There wasn't much there.
I think the pass intended for number 47, Connor Lynham. Got a receiver in the vicinity, too. Incomplete, brings up second down and 10.
It's been nice to get Connor involved and get the tight end, H-back position involved tonight, but Grove did a good job there. There wasn't much there.
Two receivers to the far side of the field. One receiver to the near side.
Show pressure, but they backed out of it.
Joe.
Oh, just dropped it.
Ashton Wright had it in his
Yeah, they're going to get
hands.
targeting. Unnecessary roughness. Number 10 came in late and led with his head. No need for that.
Braden Casey. If that, the officials won't call the player out, but
Yeah, he's made a lot of good plays, and
Yeah.
I'm sure that's something he regrets. He was going to try to jar the ball loose, but play had already been decided. They call that unnecessary roughness.
It's just kind of one of those bang-bang plays. I mean, football's a rough sport.
Sure.
And, you know, when you're running as fast as you can to come try and make a play across the field, sometimes pulling up just doesn't happen, you know, and you're trying your best. And, you know, I don't think that's a dirty play out of that kid. I think that's just one of those. Yeah, I think that's just one of those unlucky he couldn't pull up. And
if nothing else, there's been a big push the last 3 or 4 or 5 years, heads up, you know, tackling with your head up, not leading with your head. And when you see it, it does stick out now because they've done a good job at all levels of kind of getting that out.
15-yard penalty, first and 10 from the 35-yard line. Griswold back, looking to go deep again. He'll overthrow, pass intended to Braxton Moore. Mustangs kind of in a predictable spot here. You kind of expect them to air it out a little bit. But you got to complete those so you can open up your run game.
Still 22 seconds left in the third quarter. We're not out of it. We need to go score, though.
I've seen 23 unanswered points in a Mustang fourth quarter
That's
before.
right.
So
in 8 minutes.
Just a few days ago.
And there's just not a lot there.
No gain on the play, 3rd and 10. That will probably let the clock expire, and that'll take us to the fourth quarter. We'll take a timeout. Be back with more right after this.
Rod Henry Construction has been in the business of installing and manufacturing septic tanks and aerobic systems for over 10 years. At Rod Henry Construction, we take pride in providing quality service and products at a reasonable rate. We're proud members of the Home Builders Association and the Better Business Bureau. You can visit our website at rhcinc.net. The customer is always our top priority. Rod Henry Construction is a family-owned and operated business with strong Christian values that will ensure our work. For manufacturing and installation of aerobic and septic systems, service and repair, give Rod Henry Construction a call, 918-371-1207. And go Mustangs!
Ready to head into the fourth quarter. Mustangs trail 45-28. Show you something real quick. You look at the screen. I spent my week down south down there with the Cajuns. You know, many of us know about a month ago, 5 weeks ago, hurricane came through and did a lot of damage. So I spent my week doing some disaster relief recovery.
Good job, Southeast Sparks. Just won free chicken
She won
for
free
a
chicken
year.
for a year. How about that?
She booted a field goal for free chicken. Good for her.
No, there were 8 of us. Went down to Louisiana. First day, brother, it was hot.
I bet.
And I've never run a chainsaw with a 32-inch bar before, but we cut down a tree. You see it on the screen, about 3.5 feet in diameter. And we cut that dude up into manageable pieces we could get out. This is an all-day thing. So
I bet.
Drove down on Monday, spent Tuesday and Wednesday working. Actually had the opportunity to help 2 widows that had trees falling down in their yard. One had actually fallen on her house. And so good trip to Louisiana. Glad to be back in my home bed.
That's awesome, though. That's great that you guys could go do that for those people in need, and they've been affected a lot.
3rd down and long. The pass falls incomplete for the Mustangs.
Pressure disrupting that a little bit.
So there looks like they're going to bring on the punt team for Oologah.
JoJo had the pressure in his face. He wasn't really able to set his feet.
He's got a little antsy back there.
Beautiful night. You can hear the train in the distance. That's kind of a staple from Mustang Stadium.
Good punt. Good high punt.
He'll call for a fair catch about the 33-yard line.
You can actually see the train from up here.
Yeah. Tell you, tomorrow we'll have the Invitational. That's one thing when bands are performing, and it just, you kind of just like, they'll be marching right the
yeah, it just
peak
happened.
And it just happens. The train comes through, and, by law, they have to blow their whistle at certain points. And
every intersection.
Yeah. So to start the fourth, Grove will have the ball and the lead. Ball's marked down the 34-yard line.
Defense has done a good job. Last two possessions, we had a turnover, and then we held them to negative yards on the last drive and forced a punt. We're going to need to do that again.
Quarterback back to pass. Chased a little bit.
Good job.
It's almost a coverage sack. There's nothing for him to throw to. So hats off to your guys that are back in coverage. He'll lose 6. It'll bring up second down at 16.
Connor Lynham getting up late. Good hustle by Connor. Looked like number 41. Again, numbers are different. Rafe Tackett getting some pressure from the D-line position.
Make sure to take a second, hit that subscribe button if you're watching us on YouTube. Certainly helps whenever we start the broadcast. It'll pop up a notification for you.
Crawford makes a tackle, scrambles, still on his feet, out, steps out of bounds at the 46-yard line.
He's going to get enough. Move
Some
the
good
chains
running and
first
some
and
good
10.
blocking. Their wide receivers
Yeah.
block really well.
Skytook comes to town next week for homecoming. Check their score here in just a little bit. Skytook has had some pretty good teams the last couple of seasons. I think they're off to a little bit of a slow start. Quarterback back to pass. Got a little bit of time. Down number 34, but he was out of bounds. They will say pass complete, enough for a first down. Emmanuel Crawford on the catch.
Again, just another one of the many ways they're going to get their running back Crawford the ball. Kind of a wheel route.
Blake, did you say he's just a junior?
I thought he was a senior.
They show him on the sheet as an 11th grader.
Then maybe he is, but.
Hand off to number 5, Matt Bush. He'll go to the left side and get 11, first and 10.
Union Owasso 7-7 into the fourth quarter.
Oh, wow.
Number 1 and number 3 in 6A1.
Emmanuel Crawford up the middle, untouched, into the end zone. Special player. He's going to do good things. He certainly next year will have an opportunity to go play at the next level. Just back-breaking for your Mustangs. 28-51. Boy, the first half was just a shootout, but the Mustangs have not been able to do much.
Claremore 17-14 over Glenpool in the fourth quarter.
Poto on top of Hilldale, 35-16. We got all of Hilldale we wanted last week. That's a number 3 Poto over number 7 Hilldale.
Number 1 Tuttle 22 over number 2 Cushing 22-7.
Skytook is 1-2. They're at Catoosa tonight. Catoosa comes out on top 9-7. Not a big scoring ball game. Wagner on top of Cleveland, 55-14. To tonight on 97.1, the Sports Animal, statewide. Grant Merrill and company. Be the Oklahoma Sports Prep post-game show. Always enjoy my opportunity to get talk with Grant guys and kind of talking about how the Mustangs have fared on the evening. Won't necessarily be the story I want to tell tonight.
We got to listen to you do that in the car last week.
Yeah. Shh, everybody be quiet. Got to talk on the radio. I think Fisher fell asleep while I was talking. Mustangs from the 6. Got some room. If he can get an angle, nope. Going to bring him down to 45, but that's a great return.
Good job, Ashton
for
Wright.
Ashton Wright.
Sophomore, showing his speed and quickness.
Gavin Mendoza happened to have the angle and bring him down, but great field position for the Mustangs on this drive. You got to open up the playbook. You got to create some momentum. Dribble up the right side, just nothing there. He's going to lose a couple.
Be interesting to see. Obviously, he had 109 yards in the first half versus what he has this half.
Well, they have just made a defensive adjustment that has just committed to stop the run. They're begging you to throw it, and we've not been that successful in our throwing game. Second 13 for the Mustangs.
Good job by Griswold there. They brought another. They're showing 6, 7, 8 guys at the line of scrimmage, and a couple of them are backing out, and you don't know which two are backing out and one's coming, and they've been able to bring a lot of free pressure that way.
Streeter for a gain of 11, bring up 3rd down and 2. Got Streeter to the near side, couple of receivers to the far side. Big package for Oologah. Just going to hand it to Trimble. He's going to get it 1st and 10, and he'll get some more. Good hard running. That's what we saw in the first half. Just those 5 and 6 chunk plays.
Colin Schrader just got a double pancake. I don't know that I've ever seen that. Like, he literally pancaked 2 guys.
And that's a stat they keep.
He's a stout young man, and he blocked both of them young men to the ground.
1st and 10, ball on the 29 for the Mustangs. Trimble to the left side. Gonna fall forward, not a lot there. They'll say no gain on the play.
A lot of red hats in the backfield on that one.
Mm-hmm.
Coach Wagner was pretty fired up after that play.
Mustangs just kind of taking their time, making sure everybody knows where they're supposed to be and what they're supposed to do. JoJo with the guy over the top. Not sure how you don't. Well,
I think they're going to say that we're hand fighting. We're kind of initiating. There's been a lot of contact back and forth.
They're sure keeping their flag in their pocket on those calls tonight. You can hear the Mustang faithful sending out Christmas invitations.
They're getting a little restless. 3rd and 10.
3rd down, 10. 2 receivers to the near side. Joe back to pass,
he's open.
going
They
again.
grabbed him again. But they grabbed him, and they're not going to. He broke free, and the corner grabbed his jersey, and that takes a stride away, and that's the stride away. Where I guarantee you, go back and watch this play.
Yeah.
8-12. That's a missed call. Smart play on their part. They knew they were beat. They'd rather take a 5-yard holding call. Unfortunate for us, but that's what slowed him down a step because it was there.
Ashton Wright was the intended receiver for the Mustangs.
4th and 10.
Braxton Moore Streeter on the far side. JoJo under pressure, back to pass, and picked off. It's just been that kind of night. Joe's in a race. Going to knock him out of bounds. That was personal for Joe. JoJo was under pressure. Man, he was running for his life, hit as he threw it. Ball tipped up. Second defender was right there to catch it and put it on the other end of the field. Boy, it just has not been a second half that you had hoped for.
No, and again, that's pressure. They missed the one earlier. I think we missed Patty Miller up the middle there just because there's pressure on us. And we're going to get a steady diet of number 34, Emmanuel Crawford, I guarantee it. Only reason we didn't there is a bad snap.
Nate Morrow, bring him down on the tackle. Gain of 1. Second down and 9 with 7:35 left to play in the ball game. Pre-game starts 6:30. Next Friday night, it's homecoming. Actually, we may start a little bit earlier. I think we broadcast the homecoming. Yeah, we broadcast homecoming festivities. Let you.
We do a cool thing. If you're not familiar, we do an all-school homecoming. So we'll have a representative from every sport, not just football. It's a cool thing. Traditionally, you see, football, basketball, wrestling, homecoming. We have an all-sport, so you'll see a representative. Tennis, golf, track, soccer. Yeah, it's a cool thing. More kids involved, and it's just a fun week.
3rd and 5 for the Ridge Runners.
Got us to jump.
Yep. Mustangs were going to bring some pressure, and they just came too quick. Maybe it was a different snap count, and they got us. Be enough for a first down. Appreciate our tech crew making this happen. Rick Fisher. We got duct tape, baling wire, and eggshells up here, baby.
You ain't lying.
You wouldn't be watching anything if it wasn't for Brett Wigington on the camera. Appreciate Brett giving up his Friday nights to come be a part of the broadcast crew. Johnny Deramo, our statistician. Grant Wakeland on the carry. He'll actually slip and fall. No gain. 2nd and 10. 2nd and goal.
From the 10.
From the 10.
Last time we were in the spot, we had a big turnover. Bet they're going to be content to keep it on the ground this time around.
Hear the sound of the Stallion Battalion in the background in their new uniforms. Looking sharp tonight. Hand off up the middle. Snug through the line. You'll get the rest untouched. So the Ridge Runners will put 6 more on the board. And boy, the score is, it is what it is, but man, you thought you were going to have a shootout with the first half. Mustangs were able to stay stride for stride, had the lead a lot of the time in the first half, but boy, Grove has made some adjustments, shut down our offense, and just taken over and dominated. Got to have a good week of practice. Get ready. It's homecoming next week as Skiatook comes to town. Skiatook now plays as a part of our district.
Yep.
So if you got playoff aspirations, you got to finish in the top half of your district. There have been years that Oologah finished in the top half, but finished, say, number 3 or number 4 in the district, which means they went on the road for playoffs. Run the table all the way to the state championship game.
Yes, sir.
It's high school football. It's what we do. Skiatook lost tonight. They'll go 1-3 on the season. They played at Catoosa. We'll face Catoosa at some point in our schedule as well.
Yeah, great job by Grove. Second half, 28 unanswered.
They're going to go back and watch film and evaluate, and just there's going to be those moments as players and coaches are like, out of my hands, oh man, I just was one step out of position and missed a guy, and just some small things. You got to get cleaned up, you're ready to go for next week. And that's what's crazy. In the first half, you proved you could go step, stride for stride with these guys, and man, you've just let it slip out of your hands. No.
Yeah, let that go.
Kind of felt like that back-breaking moment was when JoJo threw the pick six. Defensive lineman runs in. You know, you were down, you were behind, but that drive would have been, if you could have brought the ball down, you would have been within a couple of scores, and man, that just kind of felt like a back-breaking moment for your momentum. Mustangs will take over. First down and 10 from the 20-yard line. Say a special thanks to our sponsors for supporting Mustang football. Texoma Tractor, proud sponsor of Mustang Athletics. Handoff up the middle. He's still fighting.
Good effort. No quit on our team for sure.
That's going to be a 10-yard game. First and 10 for the Mustangs.
They call that rack run after contact.
Yeah.
I believe it might have been all 10 on that one.
Can't we just move the pile? So does the offensive line get any yardage on that? Because they were part of that.
They should. We had someone leading the way there. I'm not sure who it was. Another good hole.
Looks like a gain of about 4. Brings up second down and 6 for the Mustangs. Nate Morrow on the carry for Oologah. Special thanks to Bradford Minerals, Subway, Edwin Evers Pecans, and Burns Propane for their support of Mustang Athletics. We call their name a lot around here, whether basketball, baseball, softball. Appreciate folks just helping making athletics a priority. Appreciate all our folks that support our fine arts program as well. Stallion Battalion has a long list of sponsors that'll be supporting our invitational tomorrow. Third down and 3 for the Mustangs. Handoff just up the middle. Got the 3 and then some. First down and 10 for the Mustangs.
Good job by the line and good job by him getting his eyes up, vision, and kind of weaving in and out of traffic.
Big carry for Nate Morrow. First and 10, ball's on the other side of midfield. Just going to hand it off again.
Bounced off 1. Got some positive yards.
Gain of 2. Bring Aiden back in. Kind of a pistol formation. Pass intended for Braxton Moore on the right side. Just a little bit high and awkward to handle. Incomplete. Third down and 8.
Got man coverage down here at the bottom of the screen. I look for us to come down here, try to make a big play.
Absolutely. Right, got Streeter isolated one-on-one. Joe just going to carry it himself.
Positive yards.
Brings up fourth down and 4.
Changing out the package, but still going to go for it, looks like.
2:58 and the clock is running. See Rafe Tackett come in on the tight end, kind of beef up the line a little bit. Got Streeter to the far side. Ty Stevens over here, along with Braxton Moore.
Wildcat action.
Wildcat with Trimble in the backfield. He's going to go up the middle. Get the first down and about 6 more. First down and 10 for the Mustangs.
You know, the score's a little out of hand right now, but to see, they knew we were going to run it there. We're in Wildcat. And to see us pick up 10 yards lets you know the kids are still fighting, and there's no quit.
Colin Schrader a little slow to get up, but he stays in.
We're going to stay in the Wildcat.
Joe's going to go out to receiver on the far side. Trimble gonna go to the 10 to the 5. Stampede touchdown.
Great job there, and that's another one. I think, what was that, a 34-yard touchdown? I think he was contacted at the 33.
Yeah.
So a lot of rack there for Aiden Trimble. And good to have him back. Good to see him healthy.
Mustangs will have their opportunity for Mr. Burchett to put on the PAT with $1:57 left to play in the ball game. It's up, and it's good. We'll take a quick timeout. Be back with more right after this.
These are the sounds of a dinner that almost didn't happen. A dinner now served thanks to people like you. Due to COVID-19, 17 million more Americans may face hunger. Feeding America is helping our neighbors in need. And if you're able, you can too. Donations are being accepted at feedingamerica.org/coronavirus. Brought to you by the Ad Council and Feeding America, 200 food banks strong.
Welcome back to Mustang Field. $1:57. The Mustangs are set ready to kick it away. After an Aiden Trimble touchdown, you see on your screen just a beautiful shot. Our camera don't know that it does it justice, but man, these full moons of late have just been beautiful.
Right over campus. Kind of a harvest moon, if you will, red moon. Beautiful. Thanks, Brett.
Brett Wigington, our chief camera operator. We're teaching him how to punch some of these buttons up in here, too. He was on the switch a little bit earlier, so man, give him the headset. Let him.
He does a good job. Like, I had a teacher with some issues, grabbed him and another one of our tech students, and they went and took care of it for me. And teacher was very appreciative, so they were very polite, worked hard, got it done. It's actually Braden Langbean, one of our linemen, in there helping. Ball's going to bounce. Nope.
Boy, number 41 almost let it get away from him. Gavin Mendoza plays on their special teams, but
Hopefully
they do fall on it.
Hopefully we got a cramp, I hope. Somebody down.
That's Nate Morrow.
The leg.
We hope that's not a costly injury.
I think I read Coach Wagner's lips, cramp. Man, we had a fun first half. I still believe in our team, still believe in our coaches. Lots to obviously work on, lots to look at. But Monster Week next week. Hope everyone can come out and join us for homecoming.
Probably sound a little bit like a broken record. They believe in this team, but they also believe in just the youth of our roster.
Yep.
I mean, you're going to see some freshmen tonight. You're going to see some sophomores, some of those guys that as they buy into Wagner's culture, certainly a lot of talent, a lot of potential to just to build on here. Griswold, just a junior. He's got another year of development. One of the things that matters is depth. Man, when your quarterback is out playing corner, you got guys going both directions on offensive and defensive line. It's just hard to stay competitive for 4 quarters when games are close. And it's just developing the roster and the depth. Gain of 2 brings up 2nd down and 8 for the Ridge Runners with $1:33 left to play. Clock is running. High snap. Quarterback will fall on it.
Again, you're going to see that they got some young kids in,
Sure.
some backups in, getting some meaningful snaps, some good snaps. That's why it looks a little different out there. One more snap. Might see them kneel on it, quite honestly.
Mustangs will be on the air a little bit early next Friday night. Want to make sure we cover all the homecoming festivities. Celebrate kids and their hard work. They'll wrap him up, bring him down, and that should do it.
Yeah, they won't have to snap it again.
Well, Mustangs have their heads down a little bit. They've got some work cut out for them this week. Get back to the drawing board, watch tape, get the evaluation. Coach Wagner probably won't sleep tonight. He's kind of that guy.
Yeah, he won't get much sleep, I promise you.
Well, a game that just slipped away from you. The Mustangs gave it everything they had in the first half, went toe-to-toe, play-to-play with Grove, but then in the third quarter it just slipped out of hands. 59-35. Blake Salt on the sidelines. What are your big takeaways?
Our biggest takeaways for me is we played a great first half, outstanding first half. On both sides of the ball, really got into a shootout, went blow for blows with a good team in 4A in our district. We just got to build on that next week and put two halves together. You know, we played a great fourth quarter. We played a good first half now. We got to put it together with a good third quarter.
Mr. Hogue, what are your thoughts?
Again, I think there's a lot of positives. We played well. We moved the ball. Offense got going. I talked about it pregame. We got off to a fast start in the first half. And, again, it was just really more than anything. It was turnovers and kind of the big play, plaguing the defense again.
Well, my final thoughts are, how cool is Kevin? He went 2 for 3 tonight. My apologies on that. Guys, the Mustangs will be on the air just a little bit early next week. It's homecoming. You want to make sure and join us. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, please do so. For Johnny Dermo, our statistician, for camera operator Brett Wigington, our technician Rick Fisher, Blake Salt, Kevin Hogue, this is Brent Kellogg. You guys have a Mustang Friday night. We'll see you Thursday night at the parade right here online or in the stadium next Friday night for homecoming. Have a great weekend. We'll see you next week.